and tell me if my audio's fucking blowing out the speakers or if it's normal.
Because
this is like so insane. Like last fucking week, it was fine, and I had to bump the audio up a bunch, and it wasn't fucking
I'd
working
love to
right.
help you, but I'm getting a 7-hour ad for
A 7
Battlefield.
Well, why aren't you subscribed to Prime?
Yeah. Because I'm your fucking moderator. I shouldn't have to pay to skip the ads. I'm the mod. I need to hear the stream.
You're not just a moderator, you're a co-host, unlike me, the occasional guest.
That's true, yes.
By the way, Sneaky, I expect an increase in my pay because occasional guest is usually better paid than the host. So.
Well, Max, you know what? You are paid better than Atin. You're paid in friendship.
Oh my God.
I can't use that in the current economy.
Listen, friendship is a curse, not a prize.
Technically speaking, you can turn in your currency for bank robbing credits, but you know, I don't know.
I know. It's actually it's kind of scary how many of those I probably have saved up by this point.
Yeah.
Like I probably have banked up enough of like, all right, Sneaky, get in the van.
You've got
you're not even gonna ask what's going on. You're just like, all right, let's just go.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. Yeah. So anyway,
is a little on the low side, but not. It's not like, oh, I can't hear anything, and I'm not sure. It's like maybe up just a teeny bit, but like mostly fine.
Like, how about that? How's that good? Is that good now?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So anyway, right, how I fixed SteelSeries Today edition.
Today, yeah.
You mean
Today edition?
I mean. Oh, here's the bi-weekly update, and we mean the bi-weeklies and twice a week, not once every 2 weeks.
So the audio issues are getting worse. I'm pretty sure at this point that it's the motherboard. I'm like 75% certain it's the motherboard, 25% certain it's the CPU. Why I'm so certain it's the motherboard? It's because the USB plug that you plug in from the front of the chassis on your computer for USB extensions.
Yeah.
They are failing.
Oh.
I thought it was just because you heard it screeching in pain.
No. So yeah, they're failing. So that's why I think it's the motherboard.
Well, you know how to rule that out. Move it to the back.
I did. How do you think I got my headset working today?
Well, there you go. That sounds like that particular part of the board is failing, yes. Maybe it's time to replace your motherboard, Sneaky.
I literally can't sign. They don't make it anymore.
Yeah, maybe it's time to buy a new computer, Sneaky.
You know what, Sign? I don't know. Send me $2,000 and I'll do it tomorrow.
Let me get a rain check on that.
Yeah,
unfortunately,
no rain check. Pony up, come on.
Yeah, Sneaky, I would help you, except
$2,000
is going. Except that $2,000 is going to my guard cosplay made by a
totally
prop
acceptable.
House, so...
Yeah, it is what it is. Frenchwoman of SDM asked if we do smut. No, we don't.
God, no.
Hang on. Not intentionally.
Three people just replied within the span of 20 seconds saying no.
It would have been shorter if we'd all seen the message at the same time.
She means on stream, right?
Yes, on stream.
We are live, so whatever shit ass thing you're about to
spew right. So speaking of spewing things from cake holes, Sign got a perpetual L, so that's gonna be an L for another 2 weeks. So go ahead and mark that down.
What? Yes, please.
Oh, yeah, what was it? Killionaire, what was it now? Or you were there too? Yeah.
I was there. So one of the members on his signed server posted a picture of like a scenic view of the mountains with his brother standing in front of him. His brother had long hair.
Right.
No,
Sign's comment
Sign.
was cut the hair.
Cut the hair.
And then he proceeded to double down on it, and the guy who posted it proceeded to come back later and call him out for his bullshit.
Yeah.
And Sign basically went on a mini tangent of like,
Sign went on a sign-gen. Okay,
hair.
Sign went on a sign-gen, and he had to purge the entire fucking channel because of such a sign-gen he went on.
Okay.
We got off topic.
It was also some of the other members who were kind of a bit spurgy. But
yeah,
yes.
well,
Sign, you are probably one of the last people that should open their mouths about physical appearances or just general perceived negative traits.
True.
Max decided to destroy the man.
No, and here's the thing. My father used to keep his hair long, and he said if a man wants to keep his hair long, he better keep it clean, or I'm gonna cut it myself. Like, what does it matter to you? You're never gonna meet this person.
Yeah. And like, listen, I know lots of dudes that like had long hair and they looked, I'll say it, they looked better with long hair.
As long as you keep it clean. If you're not gonna keep it clean,
no.
shave
I mean,
off, 'cause at that point
like,
you're
look, the
wasting
only thing worse than a fat person is a fat bald person. So, you know, I have to retain what little hair I have, okay?
how's the family history look for you, Sneaky?
It's not the family history that's gonna get to me.
Hey, right, it's all the stress.
Yeah.
Hey, come on, give alcohol its due.
No, I barely drink.
Does alcohol even have a negative effect on hair growth?
Not as far as I'm aware.
I thought it did.
Mostly stress, genetics, and ripping it out, you know?
Yeah, well, that one, yes. Yeah. Don't do that.
Don't do that last one.
Yeah, well, that's you can blame my family for that one.
I didn't know they held you down and ripped your hair out,
no. When you're supposed to train it out of a kid when they're young, but my parents didn't feel like doing that, so they just let child me do it forever. And their solution, instead of training me to not do it, was to just cut my hair short, so I couldn't do it.
Yeah.
But that didn't train me to not do it.
Hang on.
Yeah.
What do you mean they had to train you to not do it?
Yeah, it's a thing some babies do, is pulling on their hair. It's a known very common mental illness.
Huh.
It's like a self-grooming stress thing.
Well, and I'd argue you could probably use it as an indicator, like, oh, my kid might be somewhere on the spectrum or ADD or something, because that is also an absolutely a potential reaction for fidgeting.
Oh yeah, no, like I'm saying, it's a self-grooming stimulation thing, and you're supposed to, if you catch your kid doing it, you're supposed to basically train them out of doing it while they're young, so doesn't develop into a permanent fucking habit. But my parents couldn't be fucked to do that. So yeah, so it's just something I have to try and deal with now that I've been doing it for 20 years, 30 years.
I see.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
I'm sure all the time in Dota doesn't help.
No, it doesn't help because it's a fucking stress reaction too, so.
Yeah, ripping your hair out is not just a random thing.
Yeah. But anyway, yeah, so we got a couple stories here.
2 weeks. Thanks for 2 weeks worth of L signs. Please continue to share your bad opinions.
Indeed. So I got some stories we got listed here. In the Discord. I put them there for you.
Oh no.
So we're not going to read them. I kind of just want to talk about them. Because they're really bad.
Okay, now remember, we do have to start tangenting very quickly or the AI will get stroppy with us.
Well,
Huh?
Well, the AI, it already summarized all of our content, so we can't piss the AI off now.
Yeah, sure we can.
I mean,
Yeah, I can't control this, man.
I mean, look, it's not proper AI though. It's a language learning model.
Indeed.
If
Yeah.
anything, when we get actual AI, it's gonna be really pissed off humanity for calling that stuff AI.
True.
Yeah, that's true.
But anyway, yeah, so some real top tier fucking dog shit I had to deal with here. Like, this is some grade A horse manure. Like, this is fuck awful. The AI will be after me for my usage of Clanker. No, that's probably what the AI is going to call the LLMs.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know what? Probably.
But, yeah, so fucking L4 of the West is at it again, first off.
Oh god, here we go.
When does he stop?
Wait, hang on. Is that an
He is
infamous fanfic writer that I don't know about? 'Cause I'm not
No,
He's
no,
like-
you know about
He's
L4. We've covered L4 several times now. We've covered L4's Tanya as a Primarch in 30K. Still female.
Oh, that was his stupid idea?
Yep. And then we also
And it
covered
doesn't end
Tanya, the Mandalorian princess.
We brought up
did
Tanya
that
as a
come into
Soul
being
Reaper.
before or after I started paying
After.
sign?
Before. Way before.
Before.
Okay.
Way
Yeah.
before,
He
yeah.
spun that off after Princess of Mandalore became big, if I recall correctly.
Yep.
Yeah, he was just
He was-
copycatting.
We've also brought up his Bleach one before, but we haven't read it. It's been in
Yeah.
comparison how all these
Yeah.
stories are that bad.
But yeah, so anyway, L4 is back at it again with 2 new stories. Tanya of the Crimson Sky, a hyper niche. Basically, no one knows about this fandom, which I'm sure he's also completely fucked up. And then we have
What's the
Helsing, Crimson Sky.
Crimson. Why does
I've-
this sound familiar?
Like I
Never heard
said,
of it.
hyper niche fandom. So anyway, we got up next. We also have Helsing Tanya, which he couldn't even be fucked to capitalize the Yojo Senki of the title,
Okay.
which
That
I'm
one
sure he
genuinely
also fucks
upsets
up.
me because I've actually had an idea rattling around for Tanya in Helsing for a while
No,
now,
I
and if
just-
I do it now,
It's
just gonna be, oh, son, did you copy L4?
It's not. No one would ever even say that. Yeah, if people were gonna accuse you of copying L4, they would have accused you by now with the Star Wars story. But no, it's Tanya. Like Tanya kind of fits in the world, but in terms of creating a story out of it, I just don't see it.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's why I didn't go into it, because Helsing doesn't really have enough content for that when
Yeah.
you throw Tanya into the mix.
Like Helsing, like 90% of Helsing's content is just Alucard did this today.
Yes.
Alucard murdered 7,000 people.
And Alucard
Which is
gets
why-
away with
That was a
it
Tuesday.
because he's fucking Alucard.
Yeah, which is
That
why
was
it's funny
Alucard.
enough that Helsing Ultimate Abridged is probably the most canonically accurate Helsing
Oh yeah,
spin-off.
Abridged is hilarious. No,
Well,
I was gonna have it be based on a mixture of the continuities, and then pull in a lot of stuff specifically from the original anime. That way, she gets her crossover occasionally with Helsing, but is mainly off over to the side playing with sad characters that aren't contiguous with the Ultimate Edition.
Pretty much. But so yeah, like I said, but it just wouldn't be a good story. Like you could just get a better story out of
No,
any other setting.
pretty much, yeah.
All the
It's unfortunate.
unlust has been transferred to Gray in our tri mind.
wait, what happened?
So Purple, which is the person who's questioning if we do porn on this podcast, said that because I rejected her request for porn, I am unlustful. And then Orpheus chimes in with, incorrect. All of the unlust of our trifecta mind has been transferred to Gray.
Yeah. Not wrong.
Yeah, I was gonna say, listen, I'm not sure how to tell you this, whoever you are, but just because we don't do that on the show doesn't mean people aren't horny. It just means we have standards and we keep it alone where it ought to be.
This is coming from me. I'm not sure Purple has standards.
Purple does not have standards.
Purple
They
is a
read
woman and
they're
she
on
is
Sign
French.
server, so that's quite clear.
She's not on Sign server.
Sign. I also
on
feel like lust is a significant source of your problems.
Yes. Have you heard the latest
this is-
complaints for?
Yes,
Oh.
I heard the
Wait.
latest complaint from two
What?
big name authors who both said that they
What
don't like the
did he
porn in your
do?
stories and it makes them not want to read you.
Wow, it's
yeah,
almost like we've
that
been
was
saying that
one.
for years.
Understandable.
It was it,
Can you believe it? Which two
reminder-
authors was it? Can we?
it
Can
was
we?
it was
name?
Toaster Molester and
One was
Turncoat.
in
Yeah.
One was in font.
Oh, well, those
Yeah,
aren't
yeah,
real
With the
people.
reviews he got.
Yeah. By the
What
way,
is-
a reminder: the biggest complaint that the two mecha fans had about Sign's attempted original mecha story was, stop thinking with the dick and get those scenes out of there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Real.
Listen, listen. I
That doesn't
didn't
sound
watch Darling in the Softcore for the same reason I didn't like Side Story.
True.
Fair. No.
Okay, well, this dude you just had a screenshot of can't be all that bad because his PFP is one of the better characters from Dark Souls 2. So,
Yeah, but it's a character from Dark Souls 2, therefore instantly his opinion is wrong.
that one,
Excuse you.
yes.
No, hang on a minute.
I'm
Hang on
sorry,
a minute.
oof.
Lucatiel did nothing wrong. Lucatiel was unfortunately in Dark Souls 2. Her crime
Sneaky
was
has,
existing.
Sneaky has angered the ad.
one,
I
Lucatiel
knew
did
it
nothing
would
wrong,
trigger
but
him.
if you've got to patch his profile picture, he's in everything, so that also counts.
Honestly, the only way he could be any less trustworthy with a patch's profile pic if it's specifically the spider version from Bloodborne.
That is the only one, yeah.
So the other maximum offender on this list here of stories I have is an author called Shiro Kuro Emiya. He's another character we've actually
Oh.
You say
encountered
that's
on.
a name that's unfortunately ringing a couple of bells.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we've
that
encountered
one
some
has
of his
come up a few
stories before.
times.
Yeah. He decided he was going to write Tanya the princess, but is also a goddess! ! Question mark. Yoko Senshi AU fanfiction universe crossover.
No.
Why?
Because fuck you.
That can't. Yeah, I'm sure
Apparently.
that can't possibly go wrong.
And then the final story, which I didn't clip who wrote this one, is Tanya of Ulafan, who which definitely can't go wrong or be poorly run. A Warhammer Fantasy Tanya story, where Tanya is an
Oh
elf.
god! Okay, first of all, Ulthwan. Second of all,
I really
Tanya's
don't care
gonna-
what the donut's called.
Tanya's well, yeah, I mean, just say the donut. At least then everyone knows what you're talking about.
And and pass up the chance to offend any knife ears? Oh please.
I mean, here's the thing.
Nose hair
I
fruits.
just want to make sure that I know what you're talking about. Like, if you mispronounce Ulthwan, that's fine. But I just like,
Ulafan.
what the fuck does he say?
I heard
Like-
you say that, and I was like, did he?
What is about
completely just-
OnlyFans?
Did he somehow butcher Ulasil?
Yeah, that was my first thought was Ulasil, but I was like, no, it's definitely too far away to be Ulasil.
I thought
But
he was
yeah, so
like
anyway.
having a stroke. I thought he was
Mm.
having a stroke while trying to pronounce OnlyFans.
Listen. Certain segments of the elf donut may as well be known as OnlyFans.
Very true.
I'm looking at everything that happens with you and your stupid forest, Alariel.
Oh, I don't.
I am not wrong.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I just.
From that screenshot.
Yeah, I'm vomiting from that screenshot. That last one. That last one is
Tanya of Ulthuan by
Devil?
Radio Man. By Radio Man.
Go. Yeah, you see how you
No.
found it, did you?
Yeah.
What
Yeah.
have we found?
Be gone!
Yeah.
The Emperor does not support this action, and neither does the Codex Astartes, and you need
The
to stop.
Codex Astartes does not support this action. Cease.
What has occurred?
In the chat, go ahead and look at that picture.
Oh, God.
Bottom result.
Yeah, I
The
went
most recent
to,
screenshot from Sign.
Oh, that.
my story and went
Yeah.
down to the similar threads.
Yeah.
Max,
Yeah.
how could you? Max,
Max,
how could you?
how could you, Max?
Y'all weren't supposed to find my alt with this.
Listen, you've got 23. We were going to find one of them eventually.
The fact you think it stopped at 23 is funny.
No, you've got at least
That's-
23.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
why is one of them 180,000 words?
Yeah, that's what I said.
Why?
Bro made like 2 to 3 full-length smut novels
Yep.
with fanfiction.
Yeah.
Get your space politics out of here. Don't lie to me. That's
I-
not an accurate
So-
tag.
I'm not a huge fan of Tanya smut in general. I'm not a huge fan of smut in general, but like Tanya smut is like even lower. I just don't.
It's understandable.
It's like I guess it's like if I had to read smut, I would rather it be Noodlehammer or Infanticus style scenes rather than signed Tanya smut where Tanya is explaining the rationalization between why tab A goes into slot B. Okay.
And yet, that is a thing Tanya would explicitly do.
I am aware.
Deny it.
That doesn't mean I want to read it.
No, that's fair. It's just gotta stay in character for that.
I'm not saying you're wrong. That doesn't mean I want to read it.
No, that's
Wouldn't
fair.
staying in character mean that she just doesn't do that? Based on my
No,
understanding of
because
Tanya
it's-
as a character?
No, because Tanya was salaryman, and salarymen are kind of expected to go out drinking with their coworkers and so on and so forth. And salaryman would have picked up a chick or two.
Well, less picked up a chick or two, and more would have tried to fulfill the societal expectation of
Yep, that
getting
too.
wife and child, and that whole rigmarole.
Yes.
And then the same instance would be occurring in that case for not salaryman Tanya. But yeah, so I'm not interested in reading smut filled with justifications, rationalizations, and generally an attempt to logos the pathos. Not interesting to me.
Fair.
Yeah. And then when they don't do that, it's like doubly offensive. Because not only are you now disregarding Tanya's character to force a sex scene, you're forcing a sex scene, and it's with Tanya's character.
Which, like, of all the things you could why would you do that one specifically? It's such a bad choice.
I think it's the attraction that some people have to the idea of, oh, she's got such a cold, logical exterior. I'm gonna put heart eyes in her or some bullshit.
Yes, that is a thing.
It's the gap between those two things.
Yep. Well, why do you think I did the scene the way I did with it being from Satine's perspective?
I
and
don't
not
know,
Tanya's?
Sign. I didn't fucking read it.
I did it specifically to avoid the rationalization shit you were talking about.
I know. I'm
I
sure
don't know
you did.
Talking about at all.
I
aside from
opened it up and I'm
scientific
like,
ethics.
why is this called 0.5? And I scrolled down. I saw Satine
That's a
point of
score.
view. And then I saw Tanya and I'm like, oh, that's why it's called 0.5. Close.
Right. So my understanding is now that he's done this, the story's just gonna start going under.
It's very funny because that's exactly what that one commenter said. Now that Signs
That's
put a
what a few
porn
of them have
chapter in,
said.
the story is just gonna go downhill from here because now all Signs gonna do is think of his dick just like he did to fucking Zuko.
Now,
Yes, but luckily, I'm here to be like, listen, you get like one every like 50 chapters.
Hold on, wait a second. I had the funniest shit that just came to mind. Hold on, give me a second. I gotta craft some fucking wizardry.
hold on, let me.
Oh no.
No, here you go.
no,
Here's
Sneaky's-
Infon's take on it.
Okay,
Why
I
would
need a.
Why? I'm sorry. What does Infon's take have to do with the current conversation aside from I'm going to assume he's on your side?
Just hang on.
There
you go.
It's a good one. No, not really. Is this a good one? Sort of. We're getting closer. I need a better one. I need a better one. Oh, maybe we can use this one. You know what? Actually, this is perfect.
He correctly points out that it's okay.
So-
No, it just gets right back on track.
Okay, but like, he's got the same rough opinion. That was stupid. Why'd you do that?
Did someone pay you to do it at least? Please tell me someone at least paid you to do it.
No, wait, hang on. Was it the right one?
Man
And
searching
actually-
desperately through his pockets for the piece of evidence
Yeah.
that will exonerate him, not
Where's
realizing
the
it doesn't
evidence that will
exist.
exonerate me? He
And
edited
to-
it.
Answer the question, Sign.
What
Did
question?
someone pay you? Did someone pay you for the chapter?
No, not for that.
God damn it, Sign!
What?
Oh my god.
You know what? You deserve this now. You deserve what I'm making now.
Oh. Oh no.
To be fair,
Oh,
it was
I
obvious that no one paid
I
time
hope
for
this
that.
gives me another random bout of inspiration for like a 10 to 30-second shit post that you can throw at Sign again. Oh wait, you know what? Hang on.
Oh,
It's been a minute.
Oh, there you go.
It involves the Titanic
His-
apparently
his-
and the iceberg, so
His second comment there, he said he read 67. It's actually good and what he fucking likes. And
Yeah, but they also
the
said
65.5 was
65.5
just a
there.
speed bump.
But
Hill-sized
No, no, no,
speed
no.
bump.
Hillside speed bump.
hill-sized
Sign.
speed bump sign. You're leaving out an important bit of context there,
Exact-
Sign.
that we can all see and read, so there's no point leaving it out.
Look, it keeps the Yuri baiters hooked, alright?
No, they were hooked
No, it
already.
doesn't. That's an excuse. That's an excuse, and everyone can tell that you just wrote that for the sake of your dick. Because even your fans are calling you out on that.
All right, I think that's a
Hang
good
on.
one. Yeah, there we go.
I think I've got the right thing.
Hey,
Yep, here we
oh,
are.
All right,
Here's
here we go.
Here's the WebM.
New meme, gentlemen.
Uh-oh.
Yep.
I'm posting it in the meme channel. Let's go
Oh,
straight to the other
boy.
meme channel.
All right, we're to go with the new meme. We're gonna award Sign his star again.
Damn it.
You know,
We pin that.
going full porn. Alright?
Sign.
It's
Don't
not.
let me tell
You
you
did
this.
it, everyone! Yay!
Assholes.
It's
You're on this
so
podcast. You brought it on
good.
yourself.
I mean,
Um,
look on the bright side, Sign. It'll be at least 2 months before I can make an animated version of what Sneaky just made, probably.
I look forward to it.
Now, Max, the
it'll just
question
come out
is,
of nowhere. That's the best part. Everyone's gonna forget about it until it randomly gets posted at the start of the stream.
now, Max, here's my question: is it better to have a car crash screech, or is it better to have the JoJo to be continued meme?
I'm going to look
To
for the
be
most
continued.
obnoxious metal pipe sound effect I can and lay
Oh,
that
yes.
over.
That, you know what? That's fair as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's fair.
Unless I can, well, okay, this is really dark. I don't normally even talk about this stuff, but
Oh.
does anyone know where I can find clean audio for a ship crashing into an iceberg?
You know what you could probably use?
Is
You
there
could
a Foley
probably
artist that is a mad lad?
Actually, you
Icebreakers.
probably don't even need that. I was gonna say, yeah, you can probably just grab some audio of an icebreaker cracking through ice, and then just overlay it with the ice cracking through the ship instead, and most people won't even be able to tell the difference.
Oh no! Oh no! Sneaky, I have terrible news for your wallet.
Oh, what's that?
Maury's making her own dice.
Well, I'm not gonna buy them.
Yeah, Sneaky
Believe
hasn't.
that?
Well, no, Sneaky hasn't really been following Calliope for a hot minute.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
fair. I'm just more
don't-
concerned about his fixation with math rocks.
We can
Well-
track almost to the minute when that interest waned.
Yeah.
If only Saba would make her own dice.
It was the announcement of the Universal
True.
contract.
Pretty much. Yeah.
'Cause
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure you complained to me within an hour of that news coming out.
Yeah, because no,
Like,
I
well,
did
there
because
it
she posted her first Universal backed song with the announcement, and it fucking sucked shit. Like, I was already not very happy with her over her previous like 2 or 3 songs that she had posted, because she was really drifting away from the whole reason why I liked her music in the first place. But I was like, okay, you know, I'll let her, you know, work out where she wants to go, and you know, some of the other ones also have bad songs, so it's you know, maybe it's just, you know, Hollow Live at it again.
So what, they've got to
She
make
hasn't
a
had a-
pop slop?
Yeah, pretty much. She has not had a good song since.
I still think the peak of her songs was End of the Life.
End of Life and Shut Up, Get Happy were 2 of her best fucking releases.
Shut Up, Get Happy is fantastic.
Shut Up, Be Happy is Demon Dice. There's no relation there, you know that.
What do you mean? She openly says it.
She doesn't, but it's in the lyrics.
She is
doesn't
Doc
say
Speed
it.
Prime.
But like End of a Life was the first time where End of a Life was her first song after months of vocal training,
Yeah,
coaching. It's like, oh wow, look at that.
and see,
When
that's
you
what
stick
pisses
to
me
the-
off
when
the
you
most.
stick to the octaves your voice is naturally made for, you do a great job.
Yeah,
This is important, by
Red
the way,
was
for anyone that wants to do
fantastic.
anyone that wants to do song covers or plans to do songs in the future, make sure the music matches your octaves. If you want to do
Or
a cover of a song, there's
alternatively,
nothing wrong with getting it half an octave lower because that's where your register sits.
well, I mean, yeah, there's that too. But also, alternatively, if you can't hit high notes, just do a cover of the song, call it Country Edition, swap out some of the pop for guitar strings, and boom, you got a country cover of the song.
Not wrong.
Yeah, there's that too. There's all music theory has so many solutions.
Yeah.
Just Google them.
Yeah, pretty much.
They are free. Humans have figured this out.
But
for
that's the other thing
centuries.
that fucking pissed me off about Maury is that she did months of vocal training, and then all of her songs since End of Life have just been auto-tuned.
Yeah. I think the
Blows me
only
away.
other song that has her in it that I enjoyed was the song that Gen 1 Hollow Myth all got to do.
Oh yeah.
I don't remember what it was, 1,000 Years or Legend or something,
Oh.
but like that was pretty solid. And that
That
was
was
after
okay.
everyone that was after the 2 worst singers finally had some vocal training. for a while. It's pretty good. I enjoyed it. But it's a shame because boy, that Metal Gear song was hot garbage.
She did a Metal Gear song.
Oh, she got a really cool crossover promo thing with Konami, and it was for Metal Gear Solid. And so she got to do a HoloLive cross
God, that was
Konami
so fucking bad.
song for Metal Gear, and it sucked. I'm glad she had fun. I'm glad she enjoyed it. I'm glad she loved the Metal Gear series enough to be super hyped for this chance. The song sucked.
But the song sucked.
It was so fucking bad.
Was it the lyrics or was it her?
Both.
It was the lyrics.
Both.
Was
Not-
she given the lyrics?
No,
Please
she
do-
wrote
well,
them.
I don't actually know. Like, did we
I
talk to
I
given the
cannot
lyrics.
imagine that they gave her that bad of lyrics.
Oh, I
She's
can.
listed as the writer,
It-
so
I can imagine it because it's Konami, but I'm
That's
biased
true.
against
Yeah,
Konami
exactly.
That's
because
true.
of what they did to Yu-Gi-Oh.
Well,
and
I
then
mean, what it
that-
probably was is she probably proposed, like, I'm giving her the benefit of the doubt here, of course. She probably proposed, like, her first version of the song, and Konami was like, no, it has to be more, you know, kid-friendly, you know, whatever fucking words they're going to use there. It has to be more retarded, effectively. And she was like, okay, what if I just said
Yes.
sneaking, 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 sneaking as the chorus?
Well,
And they're like, oh,
yeah, well,
perfect,
no,
fantastic.
well, no, hang on, Sneaky. That wasn't the chorus. The chorus was sneaking, eking.
Oh, of course, my
some
bad.
reason. Oh, it was so bad.
It was so fucking bad. It's really depressing. But anyway,
Yeah.
fish sing. Fish should sing soon so they can heal my soul again.
Fish sang.
They should.
No.
I'm
I mean, there was-
forever. I will never forgive HoloLive for taking away the sheer power Gura had of being able to, for 3 hours, do exercises as she played a fucking mandolin. Was that mandolin? No, ukulele.
Man.
It was a
and
ukulele.
banjo at some point.
Yeah, a
but-
banjo, a ukulele, as she's doing squats and other exercises, and singing and getting all of the notes right on both. It
Yeah,
was
they fucked up bad.
That is
It was
the
so impressive.
strangest flex to ever have, and yet she has it.
and they fucking told her to stop doing karaoke.
Because
I just,
they really wanted to sabotage her.
it's insane. I'm just blown away by. What is it with corporations and hating money? I do not understand.
Well, look, they hate money if it comes from specific means that prove that their thing that they want to make money sucks or isn't as good as the other thing, the outsider. It's Japan.
Yeah, I know. But I mean, it's not just Japan though. It's like fucking Google, right? Yeah. Did you know? I actually sat down and calculated this out. Google has 15,000 employees or 50,000 employees. Hold on. Let me check that real quick.
They've got way too many employees. That's the important part of this.
Right. Okay. So there's a variation of what counts as an employee, but it's estimated between 10,000 and 133,000.
That's a big estimate difference.
Yeah. Anyway, point being is I calculated out on the average salary. If we're working off the average salary of 50K at the company, which we know there is the average salary is way higher because of women. Which is another fucking hilarious story. So Google, if they fired, I don't know why you need 5,000 employees for YouTube. Why do you need 7,000 YouTube employees? What the fuck are they doing?
Oh, they're responding to all the bans.
No, they're not.
Tax write-offs.
We know
Yeah,
they're
it's
not.
tax write-offs.
We know they're not. But if they fired 5,000 YouTube employees at the average salary low estimate of Google employees, they would not only stop being unprofitable, but they would be making a profit of $40 million a year.
Well, Sneaky, this is why they need you to have more ads and turn off your ad blockers. Because that's why they're not making money. It's not because they're paying their employees too much or they've got too many employees. It's because you won't view the ads and click the ads.
And just to be clear,
I'm gonna be honest, I can never not recommend ad blockers in a day and age where
Right?
when cryptocurrency first became big in the public
Right.
eye,
it was mining.
Google AdSense started pushing ads that just hijack CPU processing power just because they were
Yep.
on your screen. Didn't have
Yep.
to interact with them at all. Oh, hey, IP link, go.
Yep. Yeah, no, it's fucking insane. It's crazy. It blows my mind that these, like, Twitch. Did you know Twitch makes $4 billion a year?
Not surprised.
Jesus.
Did you know Twitch loses $500 million a year?
Tax write-off. They're disappearing that money somewhere.
No, I honestly don't think so. I honestly
you don't think so?
No. It's obviously being escaped with. Duh, no shit. I'm saying it's not a tax write-off. I'm saying Amazon is accepting Twitch's loss as a tax write-off. Obviously, they would have changed things if it was otherwise. But my point is that $4 billion, they're not losing $4.5 billion a year operating because they are doing anything with that money. Obviously not. Like, holy fucking shit, $4 billion? I think we would see more ads for Twitch if if they were spending any of that money for Twitch, which they aren't.
So where the fuck's it going?
It's going to Dan Clancy's 95th yacht.
Mr. I like to go on streams with female minors.
Yeah, Mr. I like to
visit
go
them at their
fuck
home.
female minors. Yeah.
At their homes, yeah.
I'm definitely still cool, guys. I know I personally follow every single stripper on Twitch, and that's why none of the e-whores have been banned yet. But it's actually because of company policy. Yeah. These damn VTubers are taking views away from my e-whores, and they can't continue e-whoring. I'm banning all of these VTubers. Dan Clancy 2025.
Yeah. Well, he's been doing that for the last, 5 years?
Yeah,
More?
pretty much. Yeah. Like, I swear, fucking for real. Google, just put me in charge of Twitch and I will fix everything. You will make $5 billion in net revenue.
Sneaky making a deal with Jeff Bezos like Kratos makes a deal with Ares.
Jeff Bezos, hear me! Dan, I am coming for you! In real life! At your house! I don't even know where Dan lives. In fact, let's be honest here. Dan doesn't live at his home. Dan lives at whatever latest Twitch whore is priming up.
He bounces between them.
I would never be able to find him.
Oh, those are some real clean clips we just got there.
Well, you see, Your Honor, I was there when he said it. He said he was going to his house in real life. No,
Look,
I
I'll
don't
just
think it was in jest.
Look, I'll just take the clip and apply to Sam Hyde's company. Okay? He'll probably hire me.
That sounds like a bad idea.
No. Anyway,
Unfortunately,
so...
Sneaky, one of the requirements is to get facial reconstruction surgery to look like Sam Hyde so that you can be everywhere.
Don't you know I already look like Sam Hyde?
Is that why he keeps getting away with it?
He will get away with it. Yeah, actually, now that I'm thinking about it, has anyone commissioned a chapter? Like, how many people are even commissioning chapters for Zuko anymore?
I think I've seen the same name a couple of times, but it's like mainly just one person.
It's like, yeah, it's like
Yeah,
one
it's
guy
one
once a
person at the
month
moment.
now.
That's a
And
shame.
no one's complaining about the porn, Sneaky.
Well, they're also not commissioning you, so...
True.
I mean, has it occurred to you that they're not complaining about it because they're no longer
because they
reading it?
left? Yeah.
No, because anytime I update that, it gets a shit ton of readers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I know. They check to see, oh, is it porn now or is it good?
Is it porn still, or is it good now?
More like, is it the porn I was waiting for?
Yes, the legendary. That's gonna be the chapter that brings everyone back. Zuko times Azula.
The worst bit is it
Actually,
The
will.
yeah.
porn everyone's been waiting for.
That really will bring a lot of people back.
I'm aware. That's why I said it.
Remember, they did that thing, the live interview, where they asked, what would have happened if Azula had gone on a life-changing adventure with Zuko?
How would it end up?
His answer,
Pregnant.
in character, yes, I'd get pregnant. Poor Zuko's VA just fucking lost it.
Yeah.
Man,
Well, no
died
one,
on
nothing,
stage.
even life cannot prepare you for women.
Right.
Speaking of which, it's time, gentlemen.
Oh, here we go.
It's time.
No, we could delay a little longer.
No. We're gonna read a pink snake story.
Who? What? Huh?
Naruto, Konoha's trickster, starting as the Seven Tails Jinchuriki. In case you were wondering, this is a Naruto story. How do you know it's a Naruto story? Well, in the title, it's called Naruto. In the summary, he tagged it as Naruto, and he put it in the Naruto section. I wonder if all of that was necessary, you know, being that fanfiction.net doesn't have a tag system.
Reading comprehension, Sneaky. It was absolutely necessary to state it 3 times.
You know what? I think you're wrong.
Really? They needed more times?
I think the people who would need it 3 times need it 5 times.
Yeah, you're probably right.
A gamer system story. Forbidden Jutsu Collector. Hashtag stealing tailed beasts. Hashtag Keki Genkai. That's not how you spell Keki Genkai. Transparent escape peeping ? Jutsu flying thunder god technique stealing ? Hashtag 7-tailed show me flight extra convenience. Hashtag ? Hashtag a young man from Gecko clan awakens a gamer system of misconduct, setting him on a path of mischief and mayhem in the ninja world.
566 chapters, 650k words, 133 reviews.
Jesus.
And
Tell
only
me all that hashtag
200.
bullshit was exaggerated.
Nope.
And
And
22.
only 222 favorites. He has more than
Wow.
2.5 times the number of chapters as he does favorites.
That's sad.
And this is not because this story has been updating all in the span of 1 month. No, no, no. This story was published in February of this year and has been constantly updating at least twice a day. At minimum twice a day.
Jesus.
For the past
The
year.
author is very, very
hold up.
dedicated.
Oh, I pulled it up in my browser. I didn't actually look at all the stats.
Yeah.
That's 568 chapters at roughly 1.2k words per chapter.
Yep.
Updated
And
1
how
hour
many times?
ago.
Twice
How many
a day.
times updated a day?
At minimum
least.
twice.
It's
So-
gotta be at least twice. Hang on.
Yeah.
2.5K a day minimum, maybe 3K a day.
Yeah,
49.
looking at that.
It has been, it's been 261 days.
Yep.
Yeah, that's
I mean, that's not bad word count.
It's not a bad word count per day, but I don't see the need to do that in the fucking Naruto section. You're already updating every day, which basically puts you on the front page constantly. I don't see the need to update twice a day. That's a little bit excessive.
that's an average of 2.176.
But
They're
you
just,
know what?
Hey, like I said, they're
that's-
very dedicated.
Yes, you could say that,
Oh.
or you can
Or-
have
They're dedicated to
pattern
ChatGPT.
recognition. Yeah, you can have pattern recognition and know that ChatGPT has a 12-hour cooldown.
Uh-oh.
You're kidding.
Oops.
Oopsie. Oopsie poopsie.
Well, it doesn't have a cooldown if
Whoops.
you install
No,
it,
RBS.
but Bro's not installing it.
It has a token generation cooldown regardless of how you use it.
Yeah.
Not
That's
what I've.
weird.
No, not what I use. What I've got has no generation limits.
It's
You
ChatGPT.
install it. I don't remember what it is, but you install it locally, and it'll do
Shut
what
the
you want.
fuck
I
up,
think
Side.
it's Cobalt.
Yeah, that is
Fine.
not
Bald.
fucking ChatGPT. Shut the fuck up, Side.
Sign, you need to stop.
Why would you use ChatGPT when you could install
Of elves.
Fine. The average person doesn't know that there are things other than ChatGPT for LLM models. In fact, this person probably doesn't understand what an LLM is and thinks it's an AI because that's what it's been marketed as.
Yeah.
like a certain
Yeah.
somebody we know?
Yeah. Yeah.
Certain some people that Sneaky and I have as mutual acquaintances at this point.
Oh.
Oh,
There's more than one.
yeah.
Yes.
Mhm.
Outside the hot spring bathhouse of Konohamaker, a white-haired man with a ruddy complexion. Really ruddy?
Yes, ruddy. It means red. Sneaky means he's red-faced.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but he's not.
Means he's
It means he's drunk or
means he's
being
either
perverted.
drunk.
Yeah,
Exactly.
I
Thank you.
guess.
I don't know, some people
Because
do just
here's
have a
the thing: the
naturally
problem
red
is anime
complexion.
uses the same coloration for both. Like it's the
well,
weird,
to be
like
well, it's not anime.
slightly
It's
rosy
life
cheek.
also does it. You know, when you're
Well-
blushing or when you're drunk, it's blood's going to your
Yes, but I
cheeks.
wasn't
Yeah.
finished. Right? They do the same little red cheek triple line thing. Generally speaking, drunk people do in fact have a different blush than someone who is embarrassed or aroused.
Sure.
It's the intensity of the blush, whereas anime is just the one thing, which I get. You're trying to just show something. I get it, but
And a strikingly mischievous air peeping through a crack in the fence. His sharp eyes darted back and forth, and every now and then he scribbled something into a notebook with a fervent enthusiasm. So big,
Yeah, I mean,
so fair, he muttered under his breath. Tisk tisk, such
that's
good
talking
material.
about Jiraiya peeping outside the bathhouse. I mean,
Yes.
ruddy seems like a fair description.
That's why I was like, That one is not bad either. Hey, that one's even better. Excellent material. He adjusted his angle, nodding appreciatively. Jiraiya leaned in closer, his pen working overtime as his gaze locked on to another target. Suddenly, a voice sounded right next to him. Yeah, I like that one too. Look at that waist, those curves. Wow, it's still pink. The unexpected remark made Jiraiya jump, his heart skipping a beat. While whipping around, he shouted, Who? Who? However, the owner of the voice was nowhere to be seen. Worse yet, his outburst had attracted the attention of the bathhouse occupants. A sharp yell erupted from the inside. Someone's peeping. Over there. The white-haired guy. He's peeping. Ladies, let's kill him. So here's the thing, right? Everyone knows Jiraiya.
Yep.
The white-haired guy. In Konoha. Bullshit. Second off, this is just a commentary on Japan thing. The whole, oh my god, this guy is perving on us. Say the women who he's writing notes of. By the way, his notes are a Yuri story, meaning he's taking notes from a bathhouse, from women, doing Yuri to each other.
Yeah, that's just canon.
I know. I'm just pointing that out. I'm just saying, Japan, kind of a double standard there. But anyway, Jiraiya's eyes widened in horror. This time, I'm definitely exposed. Acting like he can't instantly run away. He hastily...
Also, no offense, acting like he's any kind of... So, as you said, it's Jiraiya. Don't pretend that everybody in Konoha doesn't know exactly who he is and exactly what he's fucking doing.
Yeah.
Right.
Or the book that he writes.
Hey, wow, this Jiraiya guy always has really realistic Yuri scenes. Hey, there's this dude that looks like Jiraiya that's always peeping on the bathhouses.
He don't just write Yuri.
Sign.
Yeah.
You know what my point is. Don't be pedantic.
Yeah.
Sign's a bit stupid. He needs help.
Do I need to tap the iceberg again, Sign?
Probably.
No.
Anyway. He tried to gather his notes and tools, fumbling in panic. Ah, yes, Jiraiya.
It wouldn't.
Famous badass who survived Hanzo the Salamander. Flustered by women getting angry at him and making him completely incapable of surviving such a action.
No. This man routinely survives Tsunade pissed at him for peeping on her.
I'm aware, that's my point. Before he could make a clean getaway.
Okay, hang on a second. If we're being real, any three random kunoichi in Konoha are probably more threatening than Tsunade after she's after the war.
No,
not even remotely.
Not even. Tsunade, while still drunk, obliterates a mountain.
Yes, with one punch. She one punch.
With one punch, yeah.
Yeah,
she's
still kind of,
dangerous.
even in her 50s, like her two other
even
teammates,
untrained in her 50s.
They are a gold standard of this is what you want your best shinobi to be at minimum.
Like,
if you
just a reminder, Orochimaru's plan for fighting Tsunade, who had effectively not trained for decades, while he was honing his jutsu and fighting abilities for those same decades. Orochimaru's plan was, hope she still has that blood fear, and pray she doesn't break away from it.
No. Plan A was let's not fight Tsunade. Let's bribe her not to fight. Plan B was hope she has the blood fear still.
Yeah.
Yes. Plan A was bribery. Plan B.
You know, I half expect Plan C was there is no Plan C. If Plan B don't work, we're fucked, Kabuto.
Plan C was run away very quickly.
Plan C was
Well, I
I'll
found a
find
clip
some
from
other
when
way to
that
get my
happened.
damn arms back. Although, really, I have to be honest. I don't know how he thought Plan A was gonna work when she'd look at the arm and be like, "Wow, these are some fucked up wounds. How'd you get them?" I've
Well,
only
No,
ever
Plan-
seen them from people
no,
that sensei murder.
No, Plan A would 100% have worked. The problem is that Naruto happened to be there.
Yeah.
And as is consistent with Konoha Shinobi, people like Naruto end up in one of two situations. In a coffin before their 20s, or one of the oldest people in the village.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And unfortunately for Tsunade, her fiance and little brother were similar to Naruto, which is what convinced her, nah, this is screwed up. I'm gonna tell Orochimaru to piss off.
Well,
Yeah,
also the fact that she would never
Plan A
really
would've
have a
worked
chance to know those wounds because it kills the person doing the jutsu, which means she would never really see the jutsu being used, so she wouldn't know
Well,
how
no.
those wounds were
He
obtained.
got away with using it by using a clone to do that part.
No,
No,
he didn't.
Yeah.
he
He-
didn't.
No.
He
Son,
died.
You can use clones to substitute, but he can only do 2 shadow clones. And what was left of his soul being split 3 ways was only just enough to take Orochimaru, who was still alive, specifically his arms. He was able to get rid of the other 2 Hokages because they're like, yeah, no, just do it. We're going to keep resisting him. He had help from the other side, technically, for the first and second Hokage in that fight. So, theoretically, the Shinigami should have been like, hey man, this is a really neat idea you had. I'm gonna let you get away with it this one time. And only this once. Which means that would have been the first time he'd ever done that, because he absolutely been like, listen, I have half your soul. That's not how this works. I'm taking the other half.
Yeah, it's like what was it? There's a point in Goblin Slayer where Priestess uses the miracle Purify because she's like, blood is mostly water. What would happen if I purified all the blood in these goblins' bodies? At which point, the Earth Mother said, I'm gonna let you do this once because it's an emergency. Don't do that shit again.
Wait, really?
Yes.
Yeah, that was in like I think volume 3 or 4. And
I thought it was 5, but yeah.
It was, but yeah, to her credit, Priestess hated it.
Oh,
She
yeah.
didn't like doing it at all, even if it was goblins that she was doing it to.
Huh. Damn.
Yeah, because keep in mind, the Earth Mother is like, you're getting away with this one time only. This is your one warning, and probably sent an emergency vision to all the heads and was like, hey, someone just found an interesting use for this.
Patch notes!
Do it again.
Divine patch notes!
That's actually, that probably did happen. I'm sure someone's like, we just got an oracle. What was the oracle? Never purify blood. And someone's like, we could do that this entire time?
Yeah, I would imagine everybody sitting there.
You know, there's a battle priest like, I could have done this for decades. Fuck.
But yeah, no, like, listen, again, that is probably one of my, like, there's a lot of stuff that I actually do have really enjoyed in Goblin Slayer once the author got over his whole, like, people wetting themselves thing. But that's still far and away one of my favorite moments. Blood is mostly water. What would happen if I purified all the blood of all the goblins in this room? Earth Mother.
Well,
You
I
get
think it was
one.
I think it was also that like goblins themselves are filthy, and
Yeah.
there's something about like that like because they're corrupt and tainted. That's also why it worked.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe,
But it
but
was
yeah.
still like,
Again,
Seems so
I,
shitty that they
the
only
only
let her
part
do
I
it
recall
once.
clearly is the Earth Mother going,
So, sign
One.
the reason it was only done once is because the Earth Mother in Goblin Slayer is like one of those hyper benevolent deities of like, I want everyone to have a peaceful death regardless of how much of a bastard or beast they were in life.
Oh, so she
To the point, like,
sympathizes with goblins.
no, like
No.
no, standard doctrine for her priests and priestesses is to pray over corpses of even the monsters they've killed.
Yeah. Kill them,
Like
but
it's not a sympathy thing. It's these things were still alive, and it's fine if my people kill them, but there's no need to go around desecrating stuff and
Yeah.
lowering themselves to the same standards.
But it's not fine to kill them this specific way.
Yeah,
yeah,
because
Sign,
theoretically that could be
because-
turned on other player characters, so
well,
to speak.
but also, Sign,
Okay.
you gotta understand, this works off, like, actual D&D stuff where, like, right, in D&D, when a cleric is getting a heal, right, they're casting heal, they're literally going, hey, Illmater, heal this motherfucker. And most of the time, Illmater's just leaving that message on red and then casting heal.
Yeah.
Because the person's just going, hey, heal. And in this case, the other part of it is that the Earth Mother was very specifically not happy with the way because she cast the miracle Purify, which is just meant to either purify land or clean water. It's not offensive. It's not designed to be offensive. It's designed to be healing and purifying. And yes, fine. Killing the evil is purifying. Not how the Earth Mother works. So when one of her priestesses goes, hey, can I do this? She's like, this specific instance, because you need the help, I'll let you do it. Never do that shit again.
Oh, volume 7.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
volume 7?
Yeah, I'm on the wiki.
Oh, wow, that was way later than I thought.
Yeah.
Honestly, it says something that while a lot of good parts do blend together in one nice smooth thing, it's also like, how much stuff in between did I forget? Because, like, the writing is pretty solid all the way through. But there's just a lot of really good, like, yo, these are such good hype moments. Like, the first time that we get to see an example of, like, why are the gods particularly interested whenever Goblin Slayer is part of one of their campaigns? It's because they can't roll dice for him. Because he doesn't believe in fate. And we get the moment of his
it's not
arm
that
is
he doesn't.
broken, his
It's not that he
team
doesn't
is
believe in
about
fate.
to.
It's that he doesn't let the gods roll the dice for them, because the whole idea is that the dice rolling is supposed to be faith in the gods.
It's essentially defying fate, but like that's the moment we get where they're in the underground tunnels in one of the big capital cities,
Right?
and
Yeah.
they're about to lose, and he the anime did it so well because he stands.
God, the anime scene was so fucking fire.
Like they show the nat 1, and then they just show the dice just go whoop, 20.
No, actually,
he just stands up, and it's so good. And my favorite part is it was also one of those weird things where it's like, by the way, did you know that hair is one of the last things to decompose on the human body as he grabs the hair off of a skull of what's implied to be a dead priestess and uses that to groat the big hobgoblin?
Yeah.
And the big hobgoblin's like, wait, no, that's not how this is supposed to go. Stop. I killed you. I killed you. I saw you die.
The fuck you did.
I also just love the scene of the goblins being like, huh?
Oh no.
Oh yeah, they're like, did we mess up?
I do like that like he's like, I'm back. Drinks health potion. Now I can kill you.
Yeah, God, Goblin Slayer had so many solid moments in both writing, and those moments were done super well of what I watched in the anime. Oh, it's such
Just
a well done scene.
such
love
a
his internal
fucking
monologue,
good
too.
scene.
His internal monologue, like, no, this isn't how I go down. Fuck that. I've still got
Fuck
a lot
that.
of goblins
Yeah.
to kill. Also, the encounter, I think it was either an encounter with an orc or an ogre. That was a great, like, oh, this is a D&D murder hobo campaign for this run.
Yeah.
It's like, what do you mean you don't know what I am? I'm so much better than these goblins. Like, I've only memorized how to fight goblins.
You're just
for
a big
that, I'm gonna kill.
hobgoblin.
Yeah, I'm just for that, I'm gonna kill you because you think I'm lesser than an lesser than a goblin. And then he's like, so I got this gate scroll. And you find out that this is a world that actually understands basic fluid dynamics and what happens when you try to suddenly
Oh,
open a portal at
no.
the bottom of the ocean.
No, he didn't.
Yes, he did.
He did.
He was going to use it to flood a goblin den.
And instead he used it to water jet an
Water laser.
ogre or an orc to death. No, it wasn't a water laser, it was a water jet.
Yeah.
Nice.
It was great. Goblin Slayer's got, for every like 6 out of 10 moment it's got at least another 8 to 9 out of 10 moment.
Yeah. Honestly, I do. There's so many other moments that keep going in the anime. Like, I think another one of my favorites is this is much later, in the light novels. They run into a dragon, and everybody, even Goblin Slayer, goes, "Fuck! It's a dragon! How do we get out of here without waking it up and dying? Not we can fight it. Not
Yeah.
we can loot it. Just how the fuck do we leave as quietly as possible?"
Man.
Run away.
I think one of my favorite things is watching him like rediscover being human over the course of stuff, because one of my
Yeah.
Fuck,
favorite
it's so good.
one
It's
of
so
my
good.
favorite filler arcs for him, and it make no mistake, it was technically a filler arc used for some extra characterization for him and 2 other characters, where he goes on a side quest with Spearman and
Yeah, that one's great.
and they're just climbing a wizard's tower, and they get to the top, and it's like, what are you gonna do now? And they just boot them
Drink.
off because they're all silver plate. At minimum, they're all silver tag adventurers. It's like, yeah, by the way, guys, yes, he got the silver tag by doing nothing but fighting goblins. The problem is he's still a silver tag.
Yeah, also, it's just like, he's a silver. Yeah, and you have no idea how many goblins he has killed.
Like, you can
Yeah.
just splice
Oh, that's
in.
Jurassic.
You can literally just splice in the World of Warcraft. We got to level 100 by killing by killing boars in the forest.
Yeah. It's no, or you could also use the fucking witches, the fortune teller's orb of, oh, let me see your future. Oh, wow. That's a lot of dead goblins.
Holy
Oh,
shit, that's a
oh,
lot of dead
wow.
goblins.
Holy shit, that's a lot of
fuck.
dead goblins.
Honestly, that meme works best with Goblin Slayer when it's current day Goblin Slayer as a silver plate. It's like, that's a lot.
Jesus
Why?
fuck.
You've been an adventurer for
Yeah,
4
to
years.
be
Why
yeah,
there's still
you
more
gotta give
goblins?
credit where it's due. The manga does go hard. I just think the colorization goes harder.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair.
Also, one of the things that I love about Goblin Slayer is that his mentor is just low-key chaotic evil Bilbo.
God, his mentor
N-
is
his-
something else.
Again, his mentor is just Bilbo. If instead of going back to the Shire, Bilbo was like, this adventuring shit's kind of rad.
No, you know what it is? His mentor is what if Gollum didn't become the creature it became? Like, it got to keep all of its skills
No,
in
I
body mass.
believe it's hold on, I have to go look it up. But I'm
Yeah,
pretty
that's
sure at one
true.
point he's referenced to be Barrel Rider. Like,
The manga does go way harder on the injuries. I think that's simply because they have more screen time to show them.
yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, well, it also helps that the first 2 seasons were animated by a team that very clearly, like, cared to do justice for
Yeah.
the scene.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
But anyway, so this story
Also,
gets really fucking stupid. Basically, main character trips Jiraiya. Jiraiya allows himself to be tripped, I can only imagine, where all of his stuff gets destroyed and scattered everywhere. And then they meet up later on, and then Jiraiya explains in the narrative who the main character is, and how he materializes out of the air like he was translucent. The boy was young, and I'm describing the character to you, blah, 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 blah. Despite his
do we
blah,
have
blah, blah,
opening
the history of
character
what his life
description?
was, and yeah, first, I mean, it's the OC, so it's not they're not describing Jiraiya, they're describing their OC,
Oh.
so it's like, okay, fine.
Oh, alright.
It's not in the first paragraph either.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, they did
I mean,
do
they
that with
did
Jiraiya
describe
literally in the opening
Jiraiya, didn't
sentence.
they?
No, they
They
just
did.
called him a
White-haired
ruddy-faced
ruddy
man.
complexion,
Yeah.
Just his
and
hair and face.
strikingly
whatever.
mischievous air.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, if they had gone into the full... Like,
But,
that's just setting the
Kabuki-
scene. Yeah, if they went into the full description of, and he was wearing a red coat kabuki, and yeah, I would have been like, all right, fuck you. But, like, no, they're just setting the scene.
Yeah.
But how dare you, you little brat? You tricked me. Like, implying that he did, in fact, somehow get tripped as a Sanin and somehow got caught by the women as a Sanin. And
Look, it's okay. We did it for funny. We did it for
I know.
lulz, not for serious.
Blah blah blah. Narrative explanation. Wait. Is Jiraiya just explaining that the fact that Kazuyuma Yama is a transmigrator from the 21st century?
What?
Yeah,
What?
in the narrative,
just
it's being
knows that.
explained. Apparently, Jiraiya just knows it because Jiraiya is explaining the narrative, and in the narrative, it's being explained who exactly the MC is and how he's here and what's going on. And it's talking about, yeah, he was a young man in the 21st century who died from a heart attack because he got so perverted.
What?
I'm sorry, what?
During an impulsive act of voyeurism, he got a heart attack and died on the spot.
Bullshit.
That's what it says. And then he woke up as a child in Naruto. He had the misfortune of gaining a unique system power. However, his unique system power was peculiar and vexing. The system was named Unbeatable When You're Shameless and rewarded him for shamelessness.
That sounds so
you
fucking
don't
dumb.
say. It's not like the name would tell us or anything. You don't say.
His system operated under the principles of the more outrageous his actions, the greater the rewards.
So you're saying he needs to fight naked for the armor boost.
Yeah, apparently.
He doubles his dex bonus when he's naked.
System notification. Host peeped on 15 ladies. Taking a shower for 1 hour. Reward. 1 strength point. Special
What?
reward.
That's fucking dumb.
1 strength point for obstructing Jiraiya's escape.
Wow,
Bro,
that's
you
really
didn't
fucking
obstruct
dumb.
shit.
No.
As a member of the Gecko clan, he got the unique Keki Genkai transparent escape.
I'm sorry?
That didn't have the guy that got cut down by the wind droning.
Yeah, that's
probably.
Hayate.
Also, just popping back to something that's actually much better. I didn't realize
False.
the guy Goblin Slayer's mentor is literally called Burglar. One of his titles is in fact Barrel Rider, and I totally forgot about this one. At one point, when Goblin Slayer was getting trained by him in a dark fucking cave, Burglar is making him solve riddles, and after he answers all the questions, he then goes, "What do I have in my pocket?"
Wait, that is just Bilbo, isn't it?
Yes,
Yeah,
it's
no,
literally
no.
just Bilbo.
It's just Bilbo. It's just Bilbo.
Yeah, it
I
literally
forgot
the
about
entire
that
thing
moment.
was D&D. The whole thing is just a D&D reference.
Well, not just D&D. I mean, you got
Well,
The
yeah,
Hobbit,
but like
Lord of
no,
the Rings,
it's
etc.
largely a D&D reference. But yeah,
Yeah,
there's
but
also
D&D
some,
was
like
literally based off of Lord of the Rings, so.
yes. So yeah, I mean yes, in a
Yeah.
very roundabout way. Yeah, but yeah, like the whole thing is they're just like yeah, it's just he's just there. And to be clear, the guy's not been subtle either. Like Drizzt Do'Urden exists in his world because there's a famous dark elf ranger who uses scimitars that everyone knows is famous for not being a shitty dark elf.
As one does.
So yeah, just being clear that not subtle.
Hello, Dark Elf Ranger, who is not shitty.
Shitty wizard.
Versus the
Oh,
shitty
man.
wizard. Great wizard versus shitty wizard.
All Sneaky.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see what happens when he finally has the balls to put in Jarlaxle.
He might not. Jarlaxle's a lot harder to excuse. Like, you can get away with just, like, heavy references for, you know, Drizzt and Bilbo because of how pop culture they are. But, like, this blatantly magical object using character, it's like, okay, well, you're not
you
really,
have
Yeah. Oh, also,
narrowing it down.
not really making
also,
a cultural reference.
I only know this one because of the wiki. I didn't know this. Apparently, in one of the filler volumes, Burglar shows up at the farm where he lives. Sort of subtly asks if Goblin Slayer got around to banging her yet.
Nah.
And it's like, just keep at it. I promise you, at some point, like this old wizard friend of mine mentioned, it's more important to enjoy the little things than the grand adventures. So he's just Gandalf's running around too.
Okay.
Amazing.
Oh man.
Funny shit.
That
Indeed.
it's always the wizards, man.
Man, you just reminded me of this really fucking stupid manhwa. The premise of the manhwa was that the main character was a normal person, and they woke up one day in a dream. And I say woke up in a dream because this is like very Elder Scrollsy. They were like a waking dreamer for this whole thing, and they ended up in this dreamscape where a bunch of gods, which they eventually found out were gods, but a bunch of gods were gathering to basically play D&D with real people as their avatars.
Oh, I know
Yeah.
the series, the 31st Player.
So fucking stupid. I hated it. The second the whole situation was explained to me, I was like, this is so fucking stupid, and I stopped reading. Because the whole premise is that they all thought he was a god because he joined their gods only D&D game and was able to order around characters, right?
Yeah.
And the whole premise was these gods basically kept playing D&D campaigns, but it was actually a real world with real people that they were basically manipulating the fate of.
Yeah.
And they find out that he's not a god because he one day says, I'm not a god! You know, breaking the most important Ghostbuster rule in existence. If someone asks if you're a god, you say yes.
Yes.
Yeah, he said, no, I'm not a god. And they're like, what the fuck is a mortal doing in our god realm? And then they curse him to be in that world. And I was like, this is just so fucking stupid. And
Yeah,
so
that's just...
Yeah.
But, yeah, just...
Like, it wasn't like his first time though. Like, he went through multiple campaigns, if I'm remembering correctly,
Yes.
and just
Oh my
never
God, really?
questioned. Yeah, he just
Well,
never
he did
questioned
31
anything.
campaigns.
Yeah,
Or 30 campaigns at least. So
something like that. Yeah, he just
Yeah,
never
wait, hang on.
questioned.
And he never got
Yeah.
any kind of, like... No one ever noticed, and he somehow never noticed and never got any kind of powers from hanging out there?
No.
No.
So basically, the reason
Right.
why is because they, according to the author, this is the reason why. So then again, he never questioned why his dreams were so perfectly consistent night after night. So he never questioned that aspect for years. Why they were so perfectly consistent, but no, because the agreement was that they all agreed to not use their god powers while they were there, and to not use their real names. They would refer to them each other by their masks that they were all wearing, because they were the gods of that world. So they might have had conflict, but here is basically a neutral ground where they get to play out their
right.
conflicts.
It doesn't matter that I'm the god of peace and you're the god of war. Right now, I'm Rabbit and you're Fox.
Yeah. And so because he showed up wearing a mask, they just assumed he was another new god. And so they never asked him because the rules were you don't ask.
Guess?
Yeah, exactly.
Sure.
Kept his mouth shut.
But then they were discussing something at some point and he let it slip. And then they're like, oh my god, I can't believe you lied to us. Your punishment. And it's just like, okay, sure.
So then he just gets sent there and what? He's just a mook and they're controlling it? Like, I don't
No,
know.
understand.
no, he
He
becomes an
controls his
NPC,
own
effectively.
avatar or something. Yeah, he controls his latest character. And he has to survive their world now because
Yep.
the whole thing is at the end of the campaign they wipe the world.
Ugh.
Because they're
Okay,
done
so then
with
he's
it.
just
yeah.
gonna die. Who
No,
cares?
Yeah, that's what it
ba-
sounds like.
later in this manga, because I did read till the season ended, as it were, and he's
Ugh.
basically gonna ascend and get revenge on the gods. I don't know if he does that in the web novel.
Oh, of
or anything,
course
but
he is.
Well, yeah, because it's fucking Korea, Japan, China. Ah, yes, obviously the
Korea.
gods have wronged me. I must ascend and destroy them.
Yeah,
I mean,
Yeah,
it
that's
did take
Korea.
a while for that to come to fruition, but yes.
average cringe.
Fuck
But
off.
yeah, so that's what that is, and I was just like, it reminded me of that, and I was just like, ugh. Ugh.
That's just
Um,
of all the things. Like, what a fucking lame fucking shit. Like,
Yep. Anyway, so blah blah blah, system enhanced potential, blah blah blah, transparent escape, exploits, pranks on the village, mischievous streak knowing no bounds, blah blah blah, Konoha, blah blah, Keki Genkai, transparent escape, perfect mastery, ninjutsu mastery, mastery, not known techniques, mastery. He's perfected the 8 inner gates. He's already
Bullshit.
perfected Flying Thunder God. He's already perfected Shadow Clone. Except he doesn't know any techniques besides that. Actually, he knows how to cast
Fuck
Fireball,
off.
and he knows how to make a basic Earth Wall. That's right. His 4 techniques are all 8 gates, Flying Thunder God, Fireball, and Earth Wall.
How much you want to
Ah,
bet
yes.
those 8 gates don't kill him because he's a super special boy?
Oh, probably.
Yes, absolutely.
oh, no bet. I ain't taking a sucker bet, bitch.
Oh, yeah, I'm not gonna take a bet I would lose.
Looking at the news, so then it lists out then it randomly gives him his stats of 45, 60, 55, 63, 50, 40, 10,
Stats
30,
mean
50.
nothing! Tie your numbers to something, damn it, or don't give them to us at all, better yet.
Hand seals 50. What the fuck does hand seals 50 mean?
Well, Sneaky, I imagine that's like ballistics 50 in Rogue Trader. What the fuck does that mean? Same thing.
No, that's
Well, no,
clearly
that's
defined
directly-
and tells you what that sign. That's not it at all. If you just
No?
read, it will tell you.
You're asking
no,
a
I
lot
read.
out of a porn writer, Atin.
My point was that it's probably
That one bit deep.
one of those name on 10 things. It's so fucking obvious that it shouldn't need to be explained.
No, not really.
No.
So, here's the thing, right? Is
Actually, there's only a handful. I don't think the signs breach like 40 or something, do they?
No, there are only 12. No,
Like,
I'm sorry.
there
There are exactly the number of signs as there are Chinese zodiac.
I would say it should be zodiacs, right?
oh
'Cause
yeah,
it's
and
like
okay, yeah,
Easter
fuck
for-
you,
Yeah,
sign.
and-
This is exactly what I'm talking about. What is ballistics in Warhammer 40k Rogue Trader, the video game? Ballistics is your hit chance. You calculate hit chance by adding ballistic skill to 30. And that is a percentile equivalency of accuracy.
My
So
point
there's your
was
fucking answer. So,
his-
but
50 in that is how skilled are you at doing them? How dexterous are your hands?
No, but
How
like the
quickly
problem
can you
is like we
think?
here's the
50 of
problem, Simon.
what?
Yeah, we don't know what that
Yeah,
percentage
I
is.
get that.
Like
Yeah, we
if
we
you
don't
go
know what the
read,
upper number is.
yeah,
That's the problem.
if you go read Rogue Trader, it tells you what the number is. Take this plus 30, that's your percentage. And guess what? That's going to be negatively affected by the other guy's dodge.
Yeah. But here's the other thing, right?
That is the problem with system stories where they can't lay all that out in one go. Otherwise, it's just here's the system, here's how it works, here's your how-to manual.
No.
explaining
You
how my
absolutely
character
can.
works.
No. See, what you do is you add fucking caps. So I will say, as much shit as people can give Adrian for, was it Adrian? No, it wasn't Adrian. It was Jord. As much people as that you can give Jordino shit for, he made a. Oh, you know what? Actually, Adrian also did with his Game of Monsters. Not monsters. Ninja.
Game of Monsters.
Game of Monsters
That-
and Ninja.
That's the
I'm
one with
talking
the
about the
Game of
Naruto
Monsters.
one.
Oh, that's right. I forgot. He's
Yeah,
got one.
he also did the Naruto one, but that finished way long ago, actually. Both Adrian and Jord made game system stories in which they explicitly said, oh, Jord especially, Jord was like, yeah, so his strength is currently 20. It's like, oh, 20 of what, huh? 20 of 400. 400's the highest he can ever reach. It's like, oh, okay. So, like, what's peak for what's 400 then? It's like, oh, Tsunade is 550. It's like, oh, okay, yeah, we can use that. And then,
so
as he's
400
getting
is not
close,
Smash.
yeah, and as he's getting close to 400, he does shit to himself that basically breaks his biology, and it goes into, he becomes like, his strength turns into 320 of question mark. Because there's not a cap on his strength anymore. Because he just turned himself into a Jinchuriki, among other things.
All right,
like,
I mean,
okay, yeah, that makes sense.
from a story perspective, fuck off. You're stupid, but hey, fine, all right. At least you're internally consistent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And to be clear, he's not reaching. He's like, he hasn't even reached the cap that he previously had on his character. Like,
yeah,
even
right.
years
Is this
now into the story.
attributes? Is that based on the attributes in the Naruto wiki of the characters, where it's like out of 10 or 5? Is there like how good they are
No.
at certain things? But this one says based on power scaling system 1-to-10 ratio. So that 45 is actually 4.5 strength according if you go by the wiki power scaling.
Huh, yeah,
No.
that- mm-mm.
Yes, but no, because here's the problem, is that it says based on the power scaling ratio, you are a well-balanced ninja, which means it's not scaling against itself. It's not scaling on a scale of 1 to 10. It's scaling against each other's attributes.
Yeah, great.
Yeah.
Well, keep in mind those attributes are from a fan books that are
Yeah.
grossly.
Well, and then on
outdated
top
at
of
this
that,
point.
it gets even worse
Well,
because it gets even
nothing
dumber.
particularly outstanding about you, but you've got the 8 gates and the fucking flying thunder god.
Yeah, there's nothing outstanding about you. You just know perfect mastery of the 8 gates. You know, no big deal.
Whatever that means. I mean,
but
you know,
so
it was only something.
if
Dice
stats
showed
are
his
1 to
entire life
10 and skills are 1 to 5 or whatever the scaling was, that means his hand seals are perfect.
Probably, yeah.
Which is dumb. He's like fucking 12 years old right now. But yeah, so anyway, point being is that these numbers mean fucking nothing. There's a reason why putting numbers is good, and there's a reason why putting numbers is bad. If you put numbers like Orf did in his stories, where it's like, okay, so the skill is 1 of 10 right now. At 10, it gets best. It's the best it'll ever be. Boom, done. And at 1, it's the worst you'll ever be. Boom, done. Wow, fix that one. Now
if
we
you're
don't have.
somehow at 0, you're dead.
Well, if you're somehow at 0, then you don't have that skill. But like it putting a cap on it means you have to make everything relative, and then you have to work within the bounds of it. And you don't, unless you plan your entire fucking story from the start, having converted everything into your gamer system's scaling method, then, which I'm not saying you should. I'm not like, just to be clear, I'm not saying you should even do that. I'm just saying, unless you've done that, you are going to run into a situation where your scaling system is broken by the world. And because whether your character rapidly, because it's the other thing, right? If all you have to do is perv on women for an hour and you get 1 strength.
Hey guys, do you think Madara needs to go see a doctor?
Has his face been hard for more than 4 hours?
Apparently it's been hard since October 9th. For 20 days. It's the summary of Pink Snake's most recently updated story.
Of course it is.
Damn it.
Again, I'm 100% positive that Pink Snake is using AI because this is ridiculous. They have so many fucking stories and they've written millions of words in the span of a single year across multiple stories. It's insane.
And also, it's about 1,000 words per chapter for each story. So even
Twice
if
a
it's
day.
not like, yeah, not like more, I think, because some of these stories have been updated. A bunch of these stories have been updated on the same day. I think they all have.
Yeah.
Actually. Oh no, starting from Konoha's Trickster, an hour ago, 41 minutes ago, is his most recent one. It's like fucking wait. 1, 2, 3.
Keki
8,
Genki.
9.
Lord Jiraiya, blah, blah, blah. Minato, did you know him? Of course I did. Blah, take me as your disciple. If you don't take me as your disciple, I'll tell the 3rd Hokage about you peeping.
Brother, he already knows!
He fucking knows!
He's watching with his telescope right now. He knows.
Not with his telescope, with his
fucking
crystal ball.
ninja ball.
Crystal ball. Isn't it a telescope jutsu or something like that? It's called. Its name
No,
is
no,
officially-
he's
or
pondering
remote
his
viewing.
orb.
He's pondering his
remote.
orb.
Yeah.
It's the right of every wizard to ponder their orb, okay?
Yeah. Damn sorcerers.
Gandalf using the power of reasonable talking to convince Kaguya to not kill everyone. Just come on, come ponder the orb.
What the fuck is going on? Okay.
Infinite System, Shintoki of the Ketamine.
Huh?
Huh?
I'm not pronouncing the name of this story. I'm just looking at the front page. I'm just not pronouncing the name of this OC fucking dojutsu correctly, so I don't care.
When they met in Hong Kong when leaves turning gold, Sakura, he says, as thrown as she by unexpected encounter. You've changed. It take been 10 years, genius. Growing up, moving on, chance to begin again. Modern, no power AU.
No. And wow, that sounds fucking dumb.
Yep, so
Yes.
go ahead and mark that down. Original fiction. Oh, no, it's just lame shit. No power AU. Gamer system, right? First chapter doesn't get to the point. Chat GPT. Yeah. No, I think that's about it. All right, so let's see here. We got Naruto's adventure. Naruto and friend go on adventure every day. Follow them on adventure. Nine-tailed fox fight for town. Fight for Konoha. They need to fight for freedom. I feel like I just lost fucking brain cells. Infinity System Shintoki of Keturuki Yakiyakan. God damn, that is... Man, can you just go and generate some fucking AI art for your fucking cover? Holy shit, dude. Like, god damn, that is horrifying. You have made a dysgenic character. Like, his eye is... fucking hell, man.
That's why I said ketamine, because his eyes look like he's drugged up.
Alright, so, wow, that's the prologue. That's the first chapter? Really? Jesus, this is terrible. This is awful. This is fucking hell, man.
Average for Naruto.
That's the first chapter.
10,000. This is supposed to be 2,000 words a chapter on average, but that's the first chapter.
That's just a summary.
Yes. Naruto Dead Zone. Sakura know how combat disease, employ cure, but what can you do when cure fight you?
Huh?
I feel like this is a zombie
punch
AU.
it until it cooperates, obviously.
Yeah, punch the cure, obviously.
Yeah.
Motherfuckers will say human-made art's better than AI, and then you show them this. Real. Hold on, let me fucking get the picture for everyone, just in case they didn't see it.
Oh god, that is that's so bad.
Bro's fucking skull is expanded. He's got that egghead. Reverse egghead.
Nah, he looks like old
Megamind?
Yakub.
Oh yeah, he's got that Yakubian skull line.
You're not wrong.
Vessel of the Demon King, Naruto body disappear Valley of End after his battle with Sasuke. 3 years later, being declaring himself king of demon, appear with army of monsters. Struggle for Naruto body and soul begins. Read review story, please. So go ahead and mark down original story.
Is this another QB takes over Naruto?
No.
No. Apparently it's Demon Naruto trying to not lose his humanity.
Let's see.
Oh god.
Original fiction.
Yeah, go ahead and mark down original fiction. Yeah.
Oh, right. I forgot. I actually have the Chat GPT Square this time.
Yeah.
Hooray! It's not gonna help me in with how my board is spread out, but hooray!
For real. Naruto's body crashed through stone wall, being knocked through it. He'd been struck with powerful blow that sent him flying through stone wall, had broken stone wall due to impact of stone wall of him colliding with it.
You think there's a stone wall, guys?
No,
Do you think he
I
hit
don't
a
think
stone
so.
wall?
He may have. I think he impacted it.
He fell
sure.
and tumbled, feeling stone's debris falling onto his body of stone wall. His body slowly came to stop at center. He winced, feeling searing pain he was in. Naruto body had gaping hole in center of piercing wound that he had just received from the stone wall. That of the Chidori. The Chidori. Not at Chidori.
I'm sorry.
The Chidori.
The way you just read that makes it sound like he's losing a fight against a wall that somehow learned Chidori.
Right? Yeah.
Slamming into his body just now. Not before. Not when he hit the wall. He hit the wall, then the ground, then the Chidori hit him, piercing his body, even though he was pierced by the Chidori before he hit the wall. But now the Chidori is hitting him. He was actually pierced through the future.
Damn, I can't believe that wall's
No.
double tapping Naruto with a
God.
Chidori.
Sasuke learned a JoJo technique.
Actually, can you imagine, like, that would actually be a great villain to fight, is that he can attack you 5 seconds into the future. So, like, you'll get hit by a punch, and then he'll swing the punch.
So, well, no, that sounds like it works like Gay Bulge.
No,
because it's a guaranteed.
There is an actual fucking example of that being a power in Fate, and it isn't Gable. Literally, someone with mystic eyes, which allows you to set up an attack in the future and then have it occur later.
Wait.
No. I don't.
Which mystic eyes is that?
I don't
mean.
mean.
Almaloy Case Files. It's in the Almaloy Case Files spin-off.
Yeah, sure.
No.
The one that no one watched, yeah.
Setting up
no, I don't mean setting up an attack, and I don't mean because the attack hit you, I swung. I mean quite literally, you were 20 feet away from the guy, and you get punched in the face by nothing, and then he, 20 feet away from you still, then swings a right hook.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, that's some bullshit.
That sounds like a JoJo stand. Like this is the less cool King Crimson. Which, for those who don't know what King Crimson is, let's look at the cause and effect and just jump straight to the effect. Yeah. Everything in between is gone.
Okay.
Meanwhile, this stand, I shot this guy with a gun, but now I need to find a gun or my body explodes because I've got to make that exact same action.
So.
Is that what the Mystic Eyes do?
No.
No, Mista's is 6 little stand bullets that are.
Oh,
he said Mystic Eyes. He said Mystic Eyes.
Personally,
I thought he was talking about the JoJo character named Mista.
Okay, here we go. Rising Star on Royal Road. Sign, you need to write a new story. You need to crush this one.
Yeah. I could just dump a story I've already got, a book done for, though. I was thinking of cleaning up Isekai Normie and dropping it on there. Just so
you know
I can try to say.
Yeah, that might work. You just gotta remove all the porn from it.
There's, like, one instance of porn, and no, I wouldn't have to remove it.
Yeah, you would. Royal Road doesn't let porn on it.
Yeah, they do.
Really?
Uh-huh.
Huh? Well, alright then. Yeah, then slap that bitch in there. Isekai Normie was a series that Sign was running for a while of an original universe using a gamer system that he then proceeded to absolutely crash and burn by killing one of the main characters that people were enjoying, and so no one paid him to write any more chapters.
Well, people tried to pull a whole sign, you're just giving them random power-ups bullshit again. I'm like, do you want me to remind you of signal to noise? I can do it. So I did.
Yes, of course. Sign would be that author who cuts the nose to spite the face.
Oh yeah,
he cut the nose to spite the face. He shot his dick.
In this
to
case,
spite the audience.
Hi. In this case, it's a case of I did kill her, yes, but it gives the main character a grand quest to go on.
Sign. The audience doesn't care about that. They have short-term memory.
They by the time remember what.
By the time you by the time you resurrect this character, they won't even know who they are.
Sign, your fan base has no term memory.
The thing is, I was setting up for an entire big grand quest for him to go, okay, everybody says it's not possible, but he fucking finds a way to do it anyway eventually.
Oh, of course, yeah, common sense, man, finding a way to defy the gods.
Yes, actually.
You know what, Sign, you are as predictable as a Japanese JRPG.
Really that was the point.
I know. Anyway, so let's see here. We got how I was accidentally summoned in a cult as the Demon Princess. A literary RPG villain isekai story. Lily Carter juggles lectures, 7-Eleven night shifts, and a secret life as Lilithina Nocturne. Oh boy. As a top-ranked demon princess of the newest VR MMORPG, Xantia. I really do get tired of all of these MMO slop stories where it's like, oh, they got the powers, they have the character from the video game. It's like, okay, so what's the video game? Oh, well, explains a bunch of mechanics that no MMORPG would ever put in the game and no one would play ever because they're obnoxious. It's like, okay.
Right.
See, that's why I liked Overlord, because Overlord did have a bunch of obnoxious mechanics, and then explicitly said, not only is their player base small, they never hit massive popularity because their game is obnoxious, but on top of that, the developers were actively hostile, and they lost players consistently over the lifespan of the game. Like,
that would do it.
That's canon.
Yeah, Momonga, as even in just watching the base show, like he has complained multiple times about saying shitty devs and whatnot, hadn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I believe that Ainz's guild is literally one of the only ones that consistently had players stick together and keep playing the game, and that was because of each other, not because of the game.
Yeah.
It was.
And they all eventually did abandon it. Ainz was the only one who stayed.
In fact, it's pretty much heavily implied that barely anyone stayed for the final day. So,
otherwise, would have been brought to that world too.
Honestly, yeah, exactly. So it's that's why I'm so amused by Overlord, because it was the first one that was like, yeah, these game mechanics are shitty. That's why the player base doesn't exist. That's like, you know what? That's fair.
This is why there's not more level 90 characters.
Well played, author.
This is why there's not more human characters running around. No one played the game.
Nobody played the game. That explains a lot.
The devs are like, all right, we're shutting down the servers.
Of a video game.
Yeah,
I mean, like, hey, we're shutting down the servers. Who's still on the server? It's just that one guy again, the same one that's been the only one on for the last 3 weeks.
Well, no, I mean, it was more than one. It was more than just Momonga. Yeah. It's that other people were just taken over at different periods of time in the New World, but they were all on the server when it closed initially. And so it was like the 8 kings, the 6 kings, the 8 heroes, and then Momonga. So yeah, like that's the
Momonga.
So that's the population that was brought over is like fucking 15 people. That's how many people were playing the game on the last day.
Oof.
Meanwhile, Star Wars Galaxy's last day overwhelmed the servers in terms of population.
I was there on the final day, hoping to get pulled into Star Wars. Damn it!
True. But yeah, I always hate
Real
these
talk,
stories.
I was there for the last day of Galaxies. I loved Galaxies. Galaxies was fantastic. Even if they absolutely fucking ruined the combat with jump to light speed.
True. See, the other thing with all these lit RPG, I got into my VR MMO shit. I can kind of excuse the Japanese because the Japanese don't know how to make an MMO, and I can expressly prove this by the fact that there's never been a successful Japanese MMO.
Final Fantasy
Aside
14,
from
A Realm
FF14.
Reborn.
FF14.
Phantasy Star Online would like to have.
I would say Phantasy Star Online. Also,
First off,
Final
Phantasy Star Online never made it to the West.
Yes, it did.
PSO2 absolutely did.
Yes, it did.
It
Sneaky.
did.
Yeah,
It
it did.
absolutely
I had
made
it.
it to the West.
I
It's
had
huge.
it,
Oh
Sneaky.
no! So I was remembering Moth was complaining that he still had to play the Japanese version because they finally ported it over, but they didn't actually port anyone's characters over or
Yeah,
allow
they
them
didn't
to
move the
transfer.
characters over.
Yeah, they didn't port
Yeah.
characters, but like they
Yeah,
did,
but that
and then-
still took like a decade for them to finally port it over.
Yes. Yes. It
Okay,
did.
but like
That's-
they did, and it
Sega.
still did. Like just the U.S. version was still successful. Final
Yeah, it
Fantasy
did
14,
hilariously well.
Final Fantasy 11.
Yep.
Final Fantasy 11 was an
yes.
MMO.
Yes.
Yes.
Well,
not only was
yeah.
it an MMO,
It
Sneaky,
stuck
people were
around for a
still playing
long
Yeah.
ass time.
People
It
were
did.
still
I
playing
think
it.
11
It
stuck
was,
around.
like,
Didn't 11 stick
2022,
around for
I
longer
think.
than the original 14? Didn't
I
it?
Yeah,
didn't even
it did.
know about
Oh,
it.
by a lot.
I'm just
So,
learning
yeah.
about Final Fantasy 11 right now, so that's
I
crazy.
remember I was so upset because I first saw Final Fantasy 11 as a young boy in Target,
Oh,
and I was so excited to get it because I was like, "Oh my god, a Final Fantasy game on the PC! This is great! It's got modern graphics."
hey guys.
Yeah.
What?
It's still alive.
Oh,
What do
it's
you mean
still
it's
going.
still alive?
Yeah.
What's
11's still
alive?
going.
No, the player count is high enough. They wanted to sunset it in 2024 and said, okay, we'll keep the servers up because the player count is high enough for FF11.
Jesus fuck.
It's a 20-year-old game.
Okay, I would like to point out right now
What's
that
wild is it
Fantasy
hasn't
Star
even sold 2 million copies. It hasn't even
Fantasy
sold 2
Star
million copies.
Online is showing off 1,000 players right now. And that's with Steam.
Okay,
and then
Is
MMO
that Fantasy
today.
Star Online, or is that 2?
That was Fantasy Star Online 2 Neon Genesis. Fantasy Star
Okay.
Online 2 at MMO today says that roughly 12,000 people logged on today. That's not great numbers,
Well,
guys. Not
nobody
for an
wants
MMO.
to play New Genesis. That's because
Well,
it's
no,
trash,
no,
and
that
they
was just Fantasy
sunset-
Star Online. I'm talking about Fantasy Star Online. New Genesis is 1,000. Fantasy Star Online is 12.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, those
Not-
are bad.
not-
Those are not great numbers.
Not great numbers.
those are not great. Well, I mean,
Now,
it's been
can
out
they
for
sustain their
several
business
years
off of it?
now.
Absolutely. Well, yeah, but it's an MMO.
Well, yeah,
The
because
point
you
is,
pay.
MMOs are supposed to be forever games, effectively.
Yeah. Which, I mean, hey, in fairness to
Not
Final
anymore.
Fantasy 11, it's apparently managing that.
Yeah.
What's the player count of 14?
Oh, that's going to be very high.
Yeah, Realm
Not only
Reborn is
no,
very
it's also
popular.
going to be
consoles
variable
and
because,
shit.
like,
Phoenix has a
their
good
numbers,
question.
their numbers spike so much with every new expansion.
Yeah.
How many?
People end
Oh,
up
how
in-
many
that's
players
how
have played
people-
Well,
Destiny 2
actually,
sometimes?
according to the this report here, actually the Dawn Trail expansion saw a severe drop in players.
But that'd be, okay, but Sneaky,
Yeah,
but that'd
that's
be
for
the
us.
first time in like
Yes.
15 years.
Um,
Like, here's the
okay,
thing, Sneaky.
so
A significant drop in player count, that's like when, like how many players does WoW still have? Like, WoW still has like a million, couple 100,000 players. Sure, its player count is fucking tanked since the
So
good old
the-
days.
The estimated current player count, monthly player count. The estimated current monthly player count is 1 million. In 2022, it was around 3 million. but the total registered accounts is 40 million. But I wouldn't use total registered accounts because
no,
like,
total
No.
registered account doesn't
No.
mean anything. I have a
That's a
I have a
bullshit number.
registered account.
yeah. So I mean, I would say 1 million's pretty good per month. I mean, if you're looking at 1 million per month, and Steam is like a percentage of that, and Steam says around 14,000 people are currently online. I would say, I could believe around Dota numbers of maybe 100K people online.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Okay. So real quick, how many players do you think there are, like 7-day rolling average players in FF11?
I'm gonna say
Couple
20K.
thousand.
121,000.
Oh, just
Jesus
100,000 off.
Fucking Christ.
Just
Which-
100,000 off. You're close.
Hey,
To
look,
be clear,
People
that I gotta
really
be clear,
like their FF.
that is apparently 60% of the player base, which is estimated to be just at 199,000, like just under
Okay.
200,000.
now don't get me
However,
wrong. All of this is
internet-
impressive.
No, I was just gonna say it does note apparently the it's gone through a significant decline. It's gone down like 85% compared to the previous months.
Yeah.
Um,
So, like I said, this is all very impressive.
I'm just
However,
listen. I'm just wilded out that they still have like 200,000 people showing up once a month.
sure. And it's
to be
very
clear,
impressive.
Not good
yeah, I'm
good
not
MMO
shitting
numbers. Not
yeah,
good
I,
MMO.
I'm not
it's
shitting
good
on
MMO
it.
numbers.
Great for them as a game. Not good for MMO. Not like WoW's peak numbers was like 20 million people a month, which was insane.
Yeah, exactly.
Like that's
Okay.
successful MMO.
Okay, how many MMOs have hit even 50% of that?
Oh,
None.
basically
Not
none.
many.
Basically none of them.
Okay.
Li-
Well, using WoW's numbers to say good MMO is like setting the highest bar you can. So what number do they need to be
Right.
hit to be considered a good MMO?
Right, but my point here
Right
isn't
now,
right, but my point here isn't also, by the way, Final Fantasy 14, their own developers blatantly said that they took a bunch of notes from how WoW did all of their stuff back when WoW was good and popular, and then implemented it as Final Fantasy. So
Yeah.
again,
Yeah.
my point is that the Japanese don't know how to make an enjoyable MMO that's appealing to the global scale. They can make an enjoyable MMO for the Japanese. I'm not saying they can't. They're clearly successful enough in terms of proportions, but WoW is clearly a global scale MMO. Final Fantasy 11 wasn't.
Okay, but
Phantasy Star Online wasn't.
The standard you're setting, WoW is the only one to hit that standard.
Yeah. Like,
well,
see,
I'm
problem
using
else
no,
is hit that.
if another
You're
MMO even got
using
50%,
no,
if it
but
got
you're
even
using
50%,
the MMO.
yes,
You are using the MMO that set a lot of standards that
Yes.
no one else has come close to even.
Yes.
Even
Okay,
coming
hang on. What
I'm
about
saying if they even got 50% of WoW's player base, I would have been like, okay, they can make a good MMO.
Okay, but we just had a discussion. No one's hit 50%. No one's come close
That's
to
my
hitting 50%.
point.
Then you're saying there's only one good MMO in the world, and that's WoW. Which, if that's what you're saying, then just say that.
No, I'm saying that I don't like the trope of all of these Japanese authors being like, oh, they came out with this new MMO and everyone's playing it, and it's a global phenomenon, billions of players. And then they proceed to list out the most micro minutia obnoxious game mechanics you've ever heard in your entire life as being a core part of the MMO. And it's like, no, that is not the formula of the #1 MMO, period. Like, that's why I brought up Overlord of, oh yes, Overlord has obnoxious mechanics. Overlord also canonically laughed at itself saying, yeah, our player base peaked at like 100K people.
I didn't know that part, that they did that. But yeah, that's just one of those things, like, That's fine.
I'm just expressing my
I think a lot of
irritation
it's
over
dependent on the MMO. Like, sometimes they're like, "This is the Overlord's like full dive MMOs are common," but
good because like again, what was the active? I think the active player peak for like FF14 was like almost 1 million. Active, not registered, active players.
Yeah, active, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
So, like,
right now,
the
so
game
the peak of
produced a good
14 was
MMO.
COVID, was around 3 to 5 million.
God, COVID was the peak of a lot of
things.
that have
Yeah, no shit.
completely
No, right. I'm
destroyed
not
the
comparing
hobby
it to.
sector.
I'm not comparing now to COVID. I'm just saying during the most optimal conditions for FF14 to have a player count, it was around 3 to 5 million.
Yeah, I think it's weird to say they can't make a good MMO when they can. They've proven they can.
I wouldn't really use a game system that failed at first until they ripped notes off of the most successful MMO, which wasn't their culture's production, to become successful.
I absolutely would, because that means that they've proven they're capable of learning from the giants in the industry and learning.
Okay, yeah, but then no one else has been able to replicate that because they're all very cultural about how they structure their MMOs. I'm not saying.
Okay. Let's just move past this then. SAO probably had the best one where he capped it at 20,000 players.
Wasn't
that
it 10?
was like, no, it was capped at. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, 10 was the beta. I apologize. Yeah.
Yeah. No, 10 was less. 10 was like 10% of the total player count. The beta was like 10% of the player count that was allowed. SAO was the first look of like, oh wow, this is really cool, and they describe how like monsters are limited, which means limited economy. It's like,
that's the most ass mechanics ever.
MMO like that.
Yeah, if you adopt the MMO late, you just can't level up anymore because there's no monsters left to kill.
I don't think the argument is they can't make a good MMO. The argument should be these writers have never played a good MMO.
Well, honestly, I think that was probably the thing that made me the most upset.
Yeah.
I forget what it was. The MMO about the healer, like the Pearl who played the healer, and it's like they got the attitude right of "fuck you, fuck that, I'm doing my job, you're shit."
Yes.
And then they knew nothing about MMOs.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Yeah. Well,
like, okay,
and again, it's an author knows nothing situation, and I will fully agree to that. But it's also a cultural information situation. Like, if someone tried to write, if someone had never seen anime, never seen manga, completely isolated to only Western products, and they tried to write a literary RPG, it's very, very, very likely they would have tried to base their literary RPG based off of Skyrim, Warcraft in general.
Yeah.
You know, stuff like game systems like that, right? Star Wars Galaxies, because though that's what's popular in the West, but because there is so much anime that is now just mixed in with Western media, their ability to make a Western, this hypothetical person would probably end up pulling a sow and just add in the most retarded mechanics possible because they don't really, they're kind of just throwing stuff in of popular things, you know?
Mm-hmm.
They don't know how an MMO really works or what makes a good MMO, and because their sample size is now increasing to include shit that is blatantly bad MMO ideas, not games, just ideas, they're gonna inshitify their own story. But I would expect the mechanics to honestly not differ too much from what you might see out of ESO, right? From someone trying to make a MMO Western lit RPG, right? Elder Scrolls Online. Not saying that's great. Don't get me don't get me twisted here. I am not saying it would be good. I'm not saying it would even be better. I'm just saying we would see a lot of different mechanics.
I still remember doing the fucking beta of the Elder Scrolls Online and being so excited for it, and the final product is just so shit.
It was so depressing. Yeah. After camping the same iron ingot for 9 hours of stealing it, I realized I hated this game.
The final product was the exact same as the beta. And I remember
but the shine wore off.
Did the beta for a few hours together, and I remember at the end of our first 2-hour session was like, I'm hoping we'll like this game more, but it feels like they're trying to throw Elder Scrolls and MMO.
Yeah, and then we came back when it went free to play or something, right? Like I remember.
I wasn't with you guys, but yeah, I came back around that time.
I couldn't do it.
No, I just remember we played. We kind of didn't like it, but we kind of did like it, and we were like, okay, well, we'll see what happens when it comes out of beta. And then they sold it for money, and then we didn't buy it, and then we got back together again and played it when it went free or something.
The blacksmithing. I enjoy
Maybe it was a free weekend.
The problem is that to effectively level your blacksmith skill in ESO is the same as every other Elder Scrolls game. Just get a crap ton of iron and start tearing swords apart, and making daggers out of them. And I'm gonna be honest, you can only take so many hours of poorly made MMO stealth in an Elder Scrolls game of stealing the same 4 swords and 5 daggers.
Not only are you stealing the same 4 swords, you're fighting everyone near you to steal those same 4 swords every time they respawn.
Loot was instanced.
Oh,
so there would just be like, there'd be like a dozen or more people, all crouching,
all stacked in the same corner. Yeah.
Waiting for the loot to repop.
God,
every,
it was so fucking
15
bad.
minutes.
And then if you want, and enchanting was even worse because the enchanting soul gems were scattered everywhere. So you basically just had to do this giant circle constantly, re-stealing the same fucking soul gems over and over again.
Oh yeah.
God, it was so bad.
So it was really cool that they did have a glamour system. You could do a cosmetic upgrade to armor. But they locked some of the best looking cosmetic crafting behind the forced PvP.
Oh yeah, that too. Yeah.
PvP sucked because almost no one was playing it.
PvP was so bad.
When you're bad at competitive stuff in general, or you don't like it, it becomes a slog.
Well, not only that,
the amount of money you needed just to get one crafting recipe for one piece of the armor, like, oh, I won the Akaviri helmet. Cool, 3,000 points. How long is that going to take? 3 to 6 weeks, assuming you win every match.
Yeah, someone calculated it out, and it was like 1.6 years was required of you playing just PvP for 4 hours a day, winning every single match to get all of the cosmetics. Yeah, it was awful. And the worst part is basically because, as Max said, barely anyone played the PvP. What ended up happening is basically murder blobs formed of one faction or another. And if you weren't part of the murder blob, that you just didn't win games for hours. And it was just like, okay, this sucks.
Terrible.
So you were there to get murdered at that point.
Yeah, you're just there to feed points. And then I do remember at one point I was checking in on the whole system. Like maybe I'll give ESO a second try. And I went on Reddit and I found people doing that thing they did in New World, where basically they just formed a trifecta circle of, okay, everyone line up here, we're gonna kill you for an hour, and then we're gonna take the point, and then we'll line up and you kill us for an hour, and then you take the point.
Wow, that's fucking dumb.
Just peak gameplay, ladies and gentlemen.
Yep.
Yeah. So that was the thing. Anyway, point being is that these authors put a shitload of mechanics in their stories that make no fucking sense, and most of them are because of cultural things of the Japanese, Koreans, and Chinese being absolutely obnoxious when it comes to MMOs, and being like, no, I want to play on this MMO for 97 hours straight, and then they die of a fucking heart attack, and it's like, oh my god, if you had just slept for 2 goddamn hours. But and so all these like systems get introduced of like, oh well, now you have a failure system, so you have to do 3,000 hours of farming because you have to first get the percentile 1% drop from the boss that only spawns once a day. And then once you get the 1 percentile drop from the boss,
that in Korean MMO, I was like, "What is this bullshit?"
yeah, and then you have to upgrade your item with more drops that come from other bosses that are also percentile. And then once you get to plus 10 of 25, then you can start having a chance of destroying your item when you fail. And then say you even hypothetically get it to plus 25, if it's the wrong stats, you need to start over again.
Which would involve destroying the item if you fuck it up.
Now I will say, despite the disagreement earlier, the average MMO out of the East is a grind fest.
Also, there's an energy bar usually,
so much worse.
And it's just like, oh my fucking god! And I remember Lost Ark.
Do anymore.
Lost
My
Ark
favorite,
was so bad.
The MMOs with a subservice with a stamina system.
Yeah. The extra stamina system on the subservice. Yeah. It was like Lost Ark was really bad.
Yes, but I'm only allowed to play for 2 hours a day. Yes.
Yep. Because they don't want to, overload their servers, so you're paying.
No. It's not so they don't overload the servers. It's to prevent the players from playing.
It's a regulation system. It's also partially a regulation thing in
Korea and China.
Korea, I think.
That's like China. No, that's
both
China.
Both Korea and China.
No, Korea as well, man.
Yeah, I would say Korea does it too.
Yeah.
It was always astounding when a Korean MMO would release over here. It's like, oh man, gotta deal with the stamina system, but they ripped it out for the Western release.
For the Western players. Yeah. But no, oh my god, it was so obnoxious with Lost Ark because everything in Lost Ark was designed with the idea that you would be playing all day with all 8 character slots. Because each character would have... So your first character you played with of the day would get your account first quests. And you can only do those once a day on the account. And then every character after that would get your character first quest, which is just the account first quest at half rewards.
Yeah.
And everything in that game in terms of resource expenditure was designed with the idea that you would be playing 8 different characters of all different classes, of course, obviously, because you can't have an overlap, because if you have an overlap, that means you have to gear the same character twice, which would take more time, because you're spending all of your points gearing up the other character already. So you have to play every single character slot as every single class so you don't have an overlap. And then you have to play all of the characters doing all of the dailies every single day, and that's the expected resource intake per day that all of the upgrade systems are based on.
Oh no, that's terrible.
And that was calculated out to expect you to take about a year to upgrade all of your gear using free-to-play only methods for one character.
Of course, because it's supposed to be a time sink unless you spend money.
Yeah. Yep.
Wow,
it's crazy. It's even crazier because in Lost Ark, it gets even more insane. There is a whale bonus.
Of course there is.
You get a 15
booster.
No, if you spend X amount of money per day.
Oh my god.
It's a daily buff. If you spend X amount of money per day, you get a 15% success chance on your item upgrades.
Piss off.
Get the fuck out of here.
So to be clear, the most efficient thing to do would be to get all of your materials.
Yep.
Spend the money once and spend the next 24 hours.
See, you would think that. However, upgrading costs energy, and you only have so much energy per day.
Of course. Of course it is. Because fuck you, we want more money.
Yeah. And that was in the US version.
Have a talk.
It was worse in the Korean version.
No, fuck that.
The devs were actually confused when they were doing a dev conference. And they had English people like coming up and asking like, why is the system so obnoxious and punishing? And the devs were like, what do you mean? We buffed them for you guys. Yeah. Yeah. Let's just say Lost Ark didn't do too great.
Gotcha.
Anyway, so let's keep talking about this fanfic here. Original story, I guess. That's going to finally encourage Sign to dump another story onto Royal Road and be another home run hitter. So she's a top-ranked demon. So this person, this girl boss, is doing lectures during the day, working 8-hour shifts at night, and has a secret life. I'm not sure. Again, this secret life thing. This is I can tell this person's 30 years old.
Because they're ashamed of being a gamer?
No, because Secret Life was a very common. Max might remember. Secret Life was a very common summary phrase that would be used in tons of mangas that had the main character playing an RPG, and it would be it would always be referred to their secret life as a top player in the hit RPG.
Wait, that sounds so familiar.
It's because it was very frequently used across numerous manga that had video games as the main element.
Because again, they were ashamed of playing the game.
Display. Yeah.
Shame for display.
Yeah, so that's how I know this person's 30. And I know they're a guy because they made their character female named Lilith.
God damn. You know the other assumption there.
I know. So I'm just really confused where they're getting the hours to be a top-ranked player in a VR MMO RPG that's apparently world-spanning. Because 7-Eleven. 7-Eleven isn't in China. Or, Japan.
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is.
No, isn't it called something else in Japan?
No. They have crossovers at 7-Eleven all the time.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Like, it shows up in anime
I thought
repeatedly.
7-Eleven. I thought 7-Eleven was in Japan, just under a different name.
Oh no! As far as I know, it's there under 7-Eleven.
Hang on, Sneaky.
Yeah.
Let me get you the. Let me go see if I can find the picture.
Also, doesn't make a lot of
there
sense.
We are.
That doesn't make a lot of sense. Like the whole point of 7-Eleven was 7 days a week, 11 hours a day, right? That was 7-Eleven. Except they're open all day in Japan.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because they did that. Here's the
7-Eleven 24/7
recognition. It had branding recognition, but here's the thing: they went in. Credit to them. They were smart enough to realize when they went into a different marketplace, they needed to try to compete. In fact, there's actually a couple 7-Elevens. I think
the 7-Eleven Gundam. Damn.
Texas. Well, yes.
It's official. I love that it comes with a sign.
Yes. But yeah, there's I think they're in Texas, I want to say, but there's a couple. They are specifically taking the lesson. 7-Eleven is taking the lessons they learned from Japan and the konbinis, right? Is that what they're called?
Yeah, konbini.
Yes,
Yeah,
it's a convenience.
Yeah.
Convenience
And
store,
they're-
conveni.
Yes, right. But and they're trying to take that and they're trying to put them in the U.S.
I mean, we already have those.
Well, no, we already have them. They're just applying what they're
It's-
doing in
No.
Japan.
I see. I think I see what he's talking about. So basically, the konbini in Japan is way different than the 7-Elevens in the U.S. in terms of what they actually offer. Like, I know this.
They have groceries.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I'm saying they have like, it's
Groceries and
not
food.
slop groceries, because that's what 7-Elevens
Yeah, it's
offer
good
right now in
groceries.
America.
Yeah.
Is slop groceries.
Yeah.
You know, Surefine materials. Surefine as a
Well,
company should be
I mean,
eliminated.
my problem with this whole like they're learning from Japan is Japan learned that from us.
Yeah, and then proved
Well,
it.
they learned it from us. They did it
What
better,
used to
and
be
then
standard here became mindless consumerism.
Yeah.
Whereas Japan found a
Yes.
way to take mindless consumerism but still give them good food.
Yeah.
Yes. Here, let me.
Well,
But
you
I know
know,
we
the
had
areas that
actual
had.
non-processed.
Yeah, well, the problem is that Japan's a lot more densely populated, and
Also, a lot more
high
homogeneous.
trust. Yeah, well, I was gonna say high
Yes.
trust. You know, the areas that would have 7-Elevens in the U.S., I can understand why they didn't spend the extra money on stocking up the good stuff.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh no, I just mean
Absolutely.
convenience stores in general in the U.S. used to be a lot better.
Yes,
again,
but
for the same reason, that's why they went downhill.
yeah, but no, that's not really. I mean, like my town that I grew up in had plenty of convenience stores, and it was a town. Like it was a legitimate town of just suburb. Like there wasn't like a city center. It was like Main Street was still good old Main Street. You know, walking down
Sure.
Main Street in the 90s, go to the pizza stop. You know that whole shebang, right? Go to the arcade. Like that's what the main street of my town was. It wasn't a fucking city center. It wasn't anything, right? So we had plenty of convenience stores even then, but like no one went to them for groceries because
No.
everyone just went to the supermarket,
The
the
grocery
local
store.
supermarket. Yeah.
Yeah, the whole point of the convenience store was it happened to be convenient as a quick little stop. So they might have some of
It's
what
a
a grocery
gas
store had,
station.
but not a lot.
They might have milk. They might have
Yeah,
eggs.
but
Oh,
the
yeah, that's
thing
the
is
point. Like,
that
they had the essentials. It was in a pinch.
Right,
Yeah, exactly.
it was in a pinch, but the problem is that in a pinch doesn't really matter in the suburbs, because typically, if you're living in the suburbs, you have a certain level of wealth, and you're
Yep.
capable of going to the supermarket and buying what you need for the time you need it, and then if you need more stuff, you have a car and you just drive to the supermarket again.
Drive the extra couple miles to the supermarket. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's not really a convenience to stop at the 7-Eleven for the milk when it's like, okay, but if I go to the supermarket, I can get the milk and some more snacks and another, steak or something.
Well, it's also really convenient. Like, all right, you're going home. It's been a long fucking day. You gotta pick up milk. You forgot it, but I gotta get gas. So to hell with it. I'll stop at the convenience store down by the house and then pick up milk. on back.
Okay. So I did finally find the thing that I was looking for. What they're specifically doing is they're, in addition to getting some better grocery offerings, they're focusing on like having real food.
Yep, that's
yeah.
what I like.
Like,
I don't know.
Like, that's an important. Like, that's one of the key things they're saying is like we're going to be using fresh food. We're going to be working with local people to get that food, because that's a big thing that the konbini stores usually do. That is oh, Fred down the street, right? Fred from 6 blocks over makes really great pastries.
Wow.
Fred, put some of your pastry in my store.
Wow. Destiny 2 has less players than New World.
Damn.
I'm not surprised.
Damn.
But convenience
That's rough,
stores in
buddy.
Australia, they're also more expensive than the grocery stores for those essentials.
I'm not
So you
surprised.
get
Yes,
them.
they're that
Again,
way here.
it's because of the placement of them and the purpose of them and the people that go to them. It's for a
Yeah.
specific clientele in America and I'm assuming Australia, and that's just not created. Because like the people that normally live in a suburb in Japan, they don't really have the option to. So they have to live in the city. So they go to the conveni, you know. It's kind of like you don't really have an alternative.
Somebody who linked this. It was
Um,
Goose. Okay, hang on. Here, there we go. The Gardevoir sandwich from 7-Eleven in
damn it.
Japan.
what the fuck?
Yes, you can eat garden.
You know,
Someone
to be
mute him.
fair,
Oh god.
that's probably like good.
You know, oh wait, chicken, vegetables,
Incredible.
mustard. That actually sounds pretty
Yeah, that just
decent.
sounds great.
28 grams. That's a pound sandwich. That looks to be 390.
calories.
No, I don't think that's calories. I think that's yen. No.
Maybe.
No,
No.
I think that is.
No, because it's.
Yeah, no,
No.
because they do the parentheses after, so I think that is calories actually. All right, so I mean like that's a 1 pound sandwich, 400-ish calories. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I don't know. Is that like 28 grams of fat, fiber? I don't know.
No, that's
28
I
grams
think
is
that's
something.
28
No, I think
grams of
that's 28
sandwich.
grams
Yeah,
of sandwich.
28 grams is not a pound, man. That's barely an ounce.
Oh, I was thinking of ounces. My bad.
Yeah, then that's got to be
28 grams. That's
28
got to be
ounces would
protein
be a
then.
pound and a half.
protein. Yeah.
28 grams protein for as much chicken as I'm seeing.
Ounce of
bursting out
protein
that
and an ounce of
packaging,
something.
yeah, probably.
Yeah, I mean like I'm trying to think of what would they be advertising on the sandwich as 28? Like I'm thinking protein, I'm thinking
Probably the chicken.
wheat.
Yeah, no, like I said, it's got to be the protein.
It's got to be the protein, yeah. Actually,
Made
you know,
out
I
of
keep
28
saying
Gardevoirs.
28 carnivores died for this sandwich.
Oh,
That's not just a Gardevoir, that's a Mega Gardy, too.
Oh, speaking of which, Sign, you have to include the boffins in at some point.
The Boffins?
900
barely
boffins
mentioned-
died for this information.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
There's only one Bothan we need to include, and she's from the X-Wing books. And she told all the other Bothans to stop being racist, xenophobic shitheads. I'm gonna go fuck my human boyfriend from Tatooine.
But Boffins are just fucking humans.
No.
No.
Yeah.
No.
What?
No. No.
Hang on.
No, not even
Sir.
slightly.
I
Bro.
could have sworn.
No. No.
Let me pull it up. Oh.
I really want to know what he's been calling Boston in his brain. It's so weird.
Because he's been looking for Lino the entire time.
No, I thought
I
Boffins
gotta
are
know.
just humans.
What species has Sign been confusing all
Well,
these years?
I thought Boffins were like any one of the other number of humans who they're fucking baseline humans. They just call themselves like Alderani or fucking what is it Han is? Where he's from.
Corellian.
Yeah.
Corellian, yeah. They call themselves after their planet instead of a species name when everybody knows it's just fucking human. I thought Boffins were the same. They were just humans from whatever fucking planet.
Oh.
No.
I'll have you know,
Baloo?
3,000 boffins died to give you this information.
I love that
That
the
wasn't
number always
enough.
changes and it's not consistent if it's going up or down each time.
Listen,
Exactly.
Sign, you might look like a Bothan, but not
Side,
everyone
are
else
you
does.
not attracted to this?
Yeah, no, that's fucking gross.
Hey, don't let
That
Gavin
is
Darklighter
gross.
hear you say that. He'll beat your ass.
22 Bothans died to take that picture.
Look, if he wants to kiss that muzzle, he can go on ahead. I am not interested in that. That is gross. Too furry.
I still love that Stein found out that these motherfuckers look like Lino. They're
So,
from
Which one's the
Thundercats.
one?
here's the
Oh,
extremely old meme I am referencing, in case anyone was
There we go.
wondering.
Oh no, no, I know the one you're talking about.
I sent Bothans to get me some coffee. All dead.
I haven't seen that one in a hot minute.
You know, if I were to excavate the depths of the meme folder, I could probably find that.
Bothans died to bring us this information.
I sent Bothans to get me a coffee. All dead. Yeah, and then
Many
you got the
Bothans
Cathars
died
who
to
are
bring us this information. George Lucas.
who are
And
not
someone
as
said we should turn that into a movie.
bad. Right?
Who?
Yeah.
Cathar? Oh, Cathar just as bad.
Yeah, Cathar.
No, the Cathar are a little bit better.
See
okay,
the picture
yeah, but they're
provided.
like 0.5 down on the furry scale. They're not that
Yes,
far
it's
away from
slightly
Bothans.
less.
Well, no, they
they're not-
okay. Hang on, they have a much more human face.
Yes, it's much. They don't have the elongated muzzle.
To be clear, I'm talking about the ones from Legends, not.
Yep, that's what I linked.
Not whatever they did later. Which I'll be honest, even
No.
this one here is pretty exaggerated. Like, now, granted, they were kind of limited with what they could do, but like when you look at Juhani.
Yes, I'm aware. Anyway, so let's continue mocking this. So anyway, despite going to college during the day, working 8-hour shift at night, and also no-lifing a MMORPG somehow, and between all of that, like, holy shit, like...
Yeah.
She doesn't sleep, obviously.
Wait, hang on, where's the... Hang on, you keep going. I do have a meme for this one.
Okay. Then a robbery, a gunshot, a blackout. She wakes up on cold stone in a glowing blood circle, wearing Lilith's regal armor and horns, for real this time. What do you mean for real this time?
They're not just an accessory?
Cosplay as her character when she's hopping on the game?
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
I wouldn't put it past women. Yeah. A bargain bin cult calling itself the Children of Abyss had summoned her on purpose by accident. They wanted a real demoness and not a nerdy girl cosplaying one. Well, you're not cosplaying one. The horns are real. It's not really cosplay if you have the body, you know?
Right.
Well, you say, if you look like a duck and you walk like a duck and you talk like a duck,
you might be a duck.
You might be a duck. Now, admittedly, you might be a cat reincarnated as a duck, but you are still, for all matters of purpose, a duck.
A duck.
They're incompetent, fanatical, and inconveniently the only people who don't want to burn a demon to death on sight. That sounds like a really bad VR MMORPG where you have one race that specifically is anti-everyone else. I feel like that's a really unbalanced... This is what I'm talking about with fucking MMORPGs and game rules that these fucking authors come up with, where they're like, oh, yeah, I'm going to add a race to the game that's actually a secret, like, 5th faction that everyone can kill on sight. Yes, that makes perfect for my MMORPG. Certainly thousands will play this. Many Bothans will die.
Instant PvP. Yes, this is the always PvP character.
PvP on.
I remember how excited we were, Sneaky.
Yeah.
When Sony was releasing an MMO that was like, we took direct inspiration from Sword Art Online's always PvP system.
Uh-huh.
Ugh.
That poor game tanked so hard, I think within 2 years.
Which one was that?
It's been so long. But part of the system was that the more that you initiated the overworld PvP, your character became dark with glowing red eyes, and the shadow would grow darker and darker, and the eyes get
Yes, I
rendered
know
red.
what you're
sounds
talking about.
familiar.
I don't remember the name.
And on our first excursion out, you, me, and Meeps running, when you know, before the dark times
Yeah.
of Train to Miami.
God, that was like at least 15 years ago then.
We found a level 3 player that was already 50% of the way to like the most dangerous rating.
Yeah.
For random PvP initiations, and he started to roll up on Meeps, and then turned the corner fully, and it's like, oh, this one has a team.
Oh no. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. It was a fantasy. It was fantasy.
Yep.
And I was a mage, and you were a warrior.
And
Shit.
Meeps was running their version of the potato people.
Yeah. Oh fucking hell! I do not remember.
It was run
the
by
potato people.
Dwarfs.
Hang on.
Was it?
2013.
Was it Guild Wars?
No, it wasn't.
No.
Here, I think it was Wizardry Online.
It was Wizardry Online. Yes. That's crazy because apparently Wizardry's gotten a lot better these days.
What?
Yeah, they released a new Wizardry game. It's not an MMO anymore. It's a turn-based action RPG now. They're going back to their roots.
That's completely different. Yep, Sneaky. I found the screenshot. That was kind of making its rounds, but it had one of every player race in it.
Wizardry Proving Grounds? Wizardry... Oh my god, Wizardry Online was 2013.
Daphne,
Jesus Christ.
Proving Grounds, the 5 Ordeals, Wizardry 8.
Oh god, I forgot. Sneaky, it also used a permadeath system on top of the PvP overworld system.
Oh, so every time that asshole was killing people to raise his score, he was permadeathing people.
Yeah, no, Wizardry Online was like explicitly it felt like it was explicitly trying to get some hype off of SAO's popularity at the time.
Yeah, okay, here it is. Wait, I think this is it. Wizardry of the 5 Ordeals. I think this is the one that Tectone was playing. I think this is it. It looks it. Yeah, Tectone was back before he went offline and moved to San Antonio. Tectone was raving about how they did a remake or they released a new Wizardry game because Japan apparently fucking loved Wizardry when it made its way over to Japan. And they went insane about it, and so they've been keeping it alive all this time for all these years.
Oh, the original game named Wizardry.
Yeah, and they did a remake recently of it in 2023. And looks really good. I think this is the one he was talking about.
I guess I'll check that out.
Oh, but yeah,
God,
Wizardry
yeah, I
Online
remember that. Jeez, Wizardry Online. Yeah.
Very short window in which it lasted.
Yeah.
It was a game. It did the fantasy MMO systems.
It was a game.
Hey, what if forced hardcore and PvP?
What if forced hardcore permadeath? It's like No.
What if get fucked? No.
And yet we still tried it.
I mean,
I don't think any of us actually died. It's just like, okay, we got a 3-hour session in. You know what? We should call up the rest of the group and get a versus game running.
Yeah, we were just like, yeah, we're just gonna go back to versus.
How many wizardry games were there?
A lot.
A lot.
I think Wizards 101 is still running, in fact. Oh yeah, when are we doing the Mage Arena, Snaky?
Do whenever you want to. You just gotta send me a message, dude. That's how it's been for every game that anyone's ever been wanting to play with me. Just send me a fucking message so I know I'm not bothering you.
If we do that, I would like to be included, but for now, I'm going to bid you all good night because I have to
Wizard
get up early.
101 made a console release. What?
What the fuck?
What do you mean they just made a console release?
What do you mean?
What do you mean it's still going?
Yeah, they made a console release and now the light magic meme's been getting spread around.
Light magic, light magic, light magic.
No, light.
Oh wow.
Literally, I'll just look up light magic on
Launches.
YouTube. It's like the first
It
one.
launched this month.
20 years ago?
No, the console launched this month for everything. For 101.
This has been getting spread around
including
since.
the Xbox
that.
One, PS4,
Yeah.
and its release. It will release on Switch. They promise.
Oh boy.
They're about to get a whole new influx of players just from that.
Oh my god, I'm just going through the Wikipedia page. Holy shit, this franchise is been just trucking a fucking long, hasn't it?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Oh.
Anyway, good night, gentlemen.
Indeed.
Good night. Stream's still going though.
Yeah, we're obviously. Blah blah blah. Lily plans to just humor them, learn about the world, and then bail on them. Unfortunately, rumors snowball, idiots congregate, and an empire forms around her. How does an empire accidentally form around you? Will Lily lean into the crown and become the Demon Queen, ghost the lot of them, and live a blissful life, or against all odds, save the world that keeps mistaking her for the doom? Sounds like an incredibly uninteresting story, I'm going to be honest. Possibly one of the most uninteresting stories. Like, we all know what the answer is. This is why you don't ask questions. Like, this is exactly why you don't ask questions in your summary. Because we all know what the answer is. She's obviously going to save the world. They're obviously not going to just, shit out on the 77th chapter. She fucks off, lets the world end, lets everyone die because she wanted to go fishing by a lake for the rest of her life. Like, obviously, that's not happening. No shit.
Is this that story that got posted in one of the servers a couple days ago or something that was called a blatant ripoff of Archmage?
No. That one was let me see if I can't pull that one up actually. Let's see here. That one was a recent. I liked that story. Here it is. Teaching Record of Living Grimoire.
That's it.
Oh, is that cheap knockoff?
It is a very cheap knockoff. Like, holy shit,
Hammer-
is it a cheap knockoff?
it-
Like,
Oh yeah,
god
it's like near one.
damn, it's a
Yeah.
cheap knockoff. So, quite literally,
Hammerlock Mage.
the first chapter is just max level Archmage. Like, it's not like, like, I was heavily inspired by that. No. It is quite literally max level Archmage, but they changed the character's name and who they were fighting's name. That's it.
Great.
And they're like, oh, guys, come on. Guys, give me a break, guys. Guys, come on, give me a break. You know, it's gonna diverge. It's gonna diverge. I promise, guys. This is definitely gonna diverge. It's like you literally spent the first 5 fucking chapters copy pasting their own goddamn work. Like, don't give me it's gonna diverge. Diverge from the start. Don't give me that bullshit about how you have to copy them.
You literally have no obligation to copy them. You could literally do anything you want. You could pull.
Well, it's not even no obligation to copy them. You literally don't have to copy them. Period. You're not writing a Naruto fanfic, right? You know, you're not required to bow your head to certain plot structures because of an already existing story. No, you're writing your own original story inspired by someone else. That's like saying you're gonna write a story inspired by Lord of the Rings, except the first 4 chapters is just Lord of the Rings. It's like, oh guys, no, trust me, the plot gets different. It's like, what the fuck do you mean? Yeah, when? The first 4 chapters, I literally, you just pasted them from the Lord of the Rings book. I watched you rip the pages out.
Look, this guy is still called Bilbo here.
It's like... Yeah, you called Gandalf Gandorf. That doesn't change anything.
Frodo is Refrodo.
You're named Frodo Frito.
Should call them Frieza. Would have been funny, at least.
Willside Gamgee. What the hell's this?
Right, yeah, it's just like... It's just a blatant 3,000% ripoff, right? But they open up with the most ass excuses possible, though, right? Of like, oh, truth be told, this is my favorite trope ever, and I want to contribute to the space. I want to contribute to the space, because there's so many dog shit lit RPG stories out there, so I am going to contribute my story to make there one more good story out there. How am I going to start off my contribution of the good stories for lit RPG out there? That's right, blatant plagiarism!
It'll be similar with this one I really love, but it won't be past this beginning bit.
I'm just feeling the first 100k words.
By the way, check my Patreon.
Yeah, check my Patreon, guys. My Patreon.
I'm also surprised that hasn't gotten nuked for plagiarism or whatever that exists on SB.
Look at this rigorous, fucking riveting dialogue. Realistically, inexperienced guards is a good sign for the world at large. It's just boring for her. Halt, identify yourself. Some dude that she now dubbed Mr. Guard in her head shouts at them. Kiara sighs. Oh man, this is gonna be a whole thing, isn't it? It was, in fact, a whole thing. Such riveting dialogue. So, as Kat said, this is literally Timu max level. it's I copied your homework and then was retarded and ate half of it. I filled the rest in with crayon. Red's my favorite color.
You can have the orange.
I saved you
tastes
the
the best.
orange one. So
That just
some
reminds me
some
of the, was it Guru Saba art of that?
it was
Fuck, I think
Saba.
Saba.
Saba
Yeah.
had official art on her ending stream where she had half-eaten cran.
Mm.
Of course she did.
Yeah, obviously. She saved you the orange one. It's her favorite.
Mm. We're in, boys.
So some of the top replies
Parasite's
to this
relationship
author
works.
was great. As usual, you have to ignore the no one would actually ever play this game bit to start reading the story. True. Yeah, permadeath. You drop all your items if you die. Fiddly bit magic system. Other key moments in here that aren't that I didn't list here is some people pointed out that apparently the main character's main achievement that sets this story as different from max level archmage is that they alone figured out a way to get infinite mana, and someone pointed out that the game, in their own words, is always on PvP. If a player figured out a cycle of abilities, skills, or whatever that would give them infinite mana, a resource in the game, the devs would patch the shit out of it.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And especially because it's an always online PvP game, which means that you're going to be fighting other players, and someone's going to notice that you never run out of mana.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of this shit could easily have been passed away if it, instead of like some max level bullshit. It's like they're starting an MMO. They've discovered it's one of the shittiest, buggiest things ever, and as they click out, then they're stuck in the game or cosplaying whatever, and have to deal with that. Like then they could justify all the
that
bullshit
would be kind of
mechanics and
cool.
whatnot.
So the whole reason behind the max level isekai in a video game is so they can circumvent the video game mechanics. So this is another classic moment of everyone realizing that video game mechanics in your story are dog shit. Putting actual solid numbers on anything makes telling a story harder, because when you start establishing key facts, you have to start remembering those key facts. And
the one who wrote this is this author. I actually follow their JJK fic on fucking QQ.
They probably stole that one too.
Yeah. I mean, I never found a popular one that from that, so that's why I never really noticed.
Fair enough. And so the whole thing with game mechanics and why you would start at max level is if you start at max level, you can say, oh yeah, well my strength is I don't know 1900, and that's just what it is. And then you punch mountains and do whatever you want because, well, I got 1900 strength and it's never going to change. So there's nothing you can really compare it to, right? And then if it does change, it's usually because of a temporary buff or equipment they wear. So then you can blame the change on the equipment or buff and not actually have to quantify the numbers of the change, right? So that's why people are doing this whole max level character thing. Because they want to have the power jump at the start as well. They don't want to have their character work for their power. They want to do an Overlord, One Punch Man, roam around, have fun style story. But the problem with that is that's a lot harder to write than the hero's arc. So it kind of crashes and burns way faster. But yeah, so another amazing comment that someone left on this author's thread. I get that the author likes the original. I get that they want to diverge from it later on. But the beginning of the story is literally just max level Archmage to the point where it's just max level Archmage but written worse. Like, come on. If you're going to swap something so completely, at least swap out the setting. Switch up terminology. Change the boss she fights. Change where she fights the boss.
Just change the fucking intro. It's like you don't have to do the same shit.
The
No one will be
only
giving you shit.
divergence, the only vague divergence is the MC being
a lich.
More much alongside a demon. I don't know what that's supposed to mean, but yeah, they're a lich instead of a demon. That's pretty much the only change.
Well,
And they're hated. Like,
well, demons are
apparently a
also
comment.
hated.
I saw a comment that also said, "Oh, so she's a dragon and a demon. I know she's in a hurry, but she can get her wings out and just fly places." So I think she still makes the mistake of keeping the copied shit in.
I told you, yeah, 100%. Heck, this story even starts with her seeing a statue of herself and her party, and the statue of her demon half is having bigger boobs because she's a midget. Now, I think she's a demon lich dragon.
Great.
Yeah.
Extraction shooter. That's all I'm reading. The rest is too many words. Phoenix.
And then she goes to farm monster drops in a cold region, meets someone who ferrets out her identity, finds a young female mage to take on as an apprentice, who then proceeds to get ambushed by a high-ranking adventurer, and so on. Come on, your prose isn't horrible, even if you throw in way too many random capitalizations. Be more creative than this. And yeah, I 100% fucking back it, because that's so fucking true. It is hilariously true. Yeah, I looked at this story and it is they didn't change anything.
So Kiara created heaven as a joke, but the Des being an asshole just kept it and made her a god. I wonder, did she also create hell?
Wow. It just gets worse.
Yeah,
the more
apparently
words you say.
this character apparently created heaven, according to Unicorn.
Amazing. I'm gonna drop this into the fanfic channel because this is a story I read earlier and it wasn't terrible. If you're a Toho fan, it was good. It's a Nilo story though, so you know, enjoy it while it lasts.
Is this someone who has good ideas who always drops them?
So Nilo doesn't actually write anything himself. He often either beta reads or is part of the friend insert or is a co-author advisor.
Post this in the SDM? Did you post this in the SDM? Actually,
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's where he first mentioned
he has like 90 different stories he's a part of. The problem with Nilo is he's basically a more social version of me, in that he's got like 20 different authors he collabs with to make 100 different stories. But the second they lose interest in the story, no progress is ever made on the story ever again. And the only reason why I read any of the stories that he is part of is, as I said on the SDM, he makes a bunch of niche shit, like getting the girl's frontline tech tree in your head and you're waking up in Cyberpunk California from Cyberpunk 2077. Like, it's pretty good.
That's a little absurd.
It's a good story, too. And the story is called You're Going to California.
Oh no.
It's Friday.
I want to go.
California.
It's a good story. It's funny. I like the characters. It's well written. It's niche. Super niche. This story is a Toho story, so that's already niche. But it's a Toho story of a self-insert that wakes up one day as a mushroom fairy inside of Gensokyo. Which, as one of the characters has a great line saying, it must be weird living as an extant form of decay.
Woo.
And their response is, you can't kill me in a way that matters.
Not wrong.
So yeah, so it's again decent story. I like the characters. It's funny. Unfortunately, it's inevitably gonna die someday, and it's gonna die just randomly without preamble at some point. Yeah, it's unfortunate. Holy shit, that reminds me of a recent story I read where a trope was executed really well. It was an extraction shooter story. I don't know what that is. Extraction shooter is...
I stopped with extraction shooter. The rest was too many words after that.
I know, Kaz. You told me that already. Extraction shooters are like Tarkov. Basically, it's what if you played Fortnite, but the equipment you won Fortnite with got carried into the next round. But if you die, you about to get looted, and then they get your shit. So it's it doesn't have the battle royale narrowing playfield, but instead it has like an objective of you need to get thing, and then you need to extract with thing, and the extraction either gets called down and lets everyone know, or the extraction's at one point on the map. So you have to either juggle everyone knowing you're extracting with an extraction thing, and so thus they're going to come kill you to take the extraction thing, or people knowing that you have to go a certain direction to leave with your shit. The premise is that it's PvE because everyone gets dropped onto a death world, but there is a PvP undercurrent because people respawn every round if they die to the environment but not the players. Okay, so yeah, getting eliminated by a player kills you forever, getting eliminated by the environment kills you temporarily. Okay. 100 different gods choose a champion, and they all compete against each other, and most gods choose like special forces and shit. But the craftiest god chooses someone who has a history of finding glitches and abusing game mechanics as the champion. Okay, so that's... The problem with that is that the gods who chose special forces are kind of right. Someone who has a history of breaking game mechanics would be able to better understand and break the mechanics of the game. That is true. But the problem is they have to live long enough. And when your competition is Spetsnaz and SEALs, and you're a nerd, not great odds. You know? Not fantastic odds. In fact, they're pretty awful. Pretty awful odds. Terrible odds, even, one might say. So, I don't know if I would bet on that, to be honest. I can see how it could be interesting, but you would have to pull a lot of ass to justify your nerd character who no-life's breaking video games being able to physically outcompete SEALs and Spetsnaz, unless they are conveniently super lucky and immediately find some sort of game-breaking bug out the gate.
Yeah, like finding takes time. And as Sneaky said...
Well, I mean, it's not even that it takes time. It's like, you certainly can. Like, look, I've found plenty of bugs out the gate playing video games, right? Now, were they game-breaking in my benefit? No. Not, very, 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 pretty much never. Pretty much never was it in my benefit, the bug I found that was game-breaking. So, I'm kind of skeptical of the quality of a story that recognizes the fact that they can't have their character compete. So they conveniently just so happen to find a game-breaking bug that literally gods couldn't fathom and no one has ever figured out before. That can be done. So here's the thing, right? Is I can believe game-breaking combos later on in the story, right? Because you have to think about percentages, right? So the amount of people that lasted to a certain point in the game doing certain things in the game that would provoke a game-breaking response. Because, you know, most people sure are doing stupid shit at the start because they don't have anything to lose yet. But the second you're getting into mid-game and late game, you start playing a lot more careful because you actually have shit to lose, right? You know, it's like Left 4 Dead, you know, at the start you're fucking blitzing, and then near the end you're actually taking your time because, well, you're at the end and you don't want to die at the end. The other part of the story is at the start of every round is everyone gets a random magic ability, and that only lasts for that round, but they can keep it for later rounds depending on their performance. Oh, here we go. The arbitrary performance meter. AKA the author's justification as to why their character is capable of getting, I'm assuming, 2 random magical spells that somehow escalate off each other in a completely disproportionate rate. And it only happened because she managed to impress enough gods during her first time through. They gave her they got the let her keep the spell or something. So, you know, it's just like I said, it requires an enormous amount of, oh wow, isn't that so convenient that the 2 spells they got in a row happened to be the exact spells they needed to get to enable a game-breaking bug that no one had ever found before now. Wow, that is so convenient for them.
So riveting.
If it's not, if I'm wrong, then okay, interesting. I would like to see how I'm wrong, but I really don't see how it could be. So I'll let you finish. Well, I'll keep shitting on this Naruto story while I wait for a response from you. Oh, here we go. Performance might be completing quests, which is mostly just killing from what I remember. Okay, that's... So...
it's arbitrary?
So she still has to physically compete with SEALs and Spetsnaz. Unless her first fucking ability was beyond fucking unbelievable, I don't see how she lives through the game. Let alone completes enough quests to impress the gods for her performance meter. But I don't see how, unless she's got a completely broken starter ability, that the SEALs and Spetsnaz don't fucking paste her. I assume it's a her. Her champion, the goddess. There was a goddess. Is it a guy main character or a girl main character? If it's a guy main character, then, you know. If it's a girl main character, then, you know.
TV, so I consider it well, guy MC.
Wow, that's fucking crazy. At the start of the game, most people are focused on PvE because they're in a death world with murder robots with a guy MC. That's stupid as fucking hell. You eliminate as many players at the start as possible. Like, that's obvious. You don't want people carrying over between rounds. You have a better chance of making it farther the more people you eliminate at the start, because then they won't have gear, they won't be able to use their ability really well yet. Just fucking start off on people. God, authors need to stop writing about game mechanics.
That sounds like a good start.
The
Some
only
authors just need to stop writing.
True. The only time I could understand you not going after other players as a priority in a extraction shooter death world game with real life mechanics thing going on is if you didn't know that PvP equaled in eliminations, permanent elimination. If you didn't know PvP was permanent elimination, then I can understand you not going after other players at the start. That's the only way I can fathom that. And again, this is the problem with authors trying to write people smarter than them, is SEALs and Spetsnaz would fucking do that.
Hell, gamers would do that, and they wouldn't, even if they didn't know that it was a permanent elimination, if someone was stealing their farming spot.
Well, I mean, that really depends, because if they didn't know, it would probably be their first game. If they wouldn't have a farming spot if it was their first game.
True.
Gamers would be doing it because they're just trolls, so they'd be doing it anyway because Lamau fucked them players. So, like, pretty much the only people that wouldn't be going for person-on-person eliminations would be random Joes that aren't getting selected. As the story's premise says, is that everyone's picking, like, Spetsnaz and SEALs and shit. And this one god is like, yo, what if I actually picked up a gamer? And that's apparently weird to do. And out of normal. Hey guys, I know we're doing like this big old death game shit with video game mechanics, but I have a wild proposition. I'm picking a video gamer to play the video game. Crazy idea. It just might work.
Damn.
Which, I mean, now, admittedly, to be fair, plenty of hardcore gamers are probably not the healthiest. So, if their body isn't getting healed before they go in, if they're not at peak personal fitness, I can totally understand why the gods might be like, yeah, this guy can break the game, but he is 320 pounds and 50% fat. Every other person apart from the MC started in a room together. Why is the MC... So the gods can pick where they spawn? After being spawned in suddenly and saw the robots outside, if someone blatantly went for eliminations, they would probably get killed by everyone else. Also, I don't know about... They knew about permanent eliminations. Okay, so... I can sort of see a giant bunch of soldiers getting spawned in with no weapons into the same room. And then robots with guns are outside. I could see them being like, okay, we all gotta work together to fuck up those robots with guns. Because clearly some weird shit's going on here. I can see if they weren't given a tutorial, that being the path. I just feel that's really convoluted. Like they're not being given a tutorial on purpose. They're not being told that player-on-player eliminations are a thing. Apparently, this has rules about multiple rounds, but at the same time... no one's going for player eliminations, which means everyone's new that round. I mean, I've played Mafia before. I know how to make people start killing other people. Okay? Mafia, the original sus among us. Also werewolf, I guess. What came first, Mafia or werewolf?
I think it was Mafia. Then it came Werewolf.
I feel like it was Mafia, yeah.
And then came shit like Town of Salem and all that, and other shit like that. There's a new one called Blood on the Clock Tower.
And then Amogus.
Mhm.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like there's a lot of convoluted bullshit going on to make this premise work. Yeah, so if every god can pick where they spawn, because obviously they can, because this one character was the only character that didn't spawn with them. To the game, survive the game, defeat or subdue all other players. Okay, so they're told directly to go beat up everyone else. Then, unless the next quest is defeat the robots or survive the robots, I can't see them turning it into a fucking melee.
No.
Because it also explicitly says the video game. Like, welcome to the game. Here's some video game quests. Like, I understand maybe a SEALs and Spetsnaz guy might not be the most up-to-date on the video games that the kids play. But the fact that they got a fucking holographic box appearing in front of them telling them to kill everyone around them. I think they could pick up what it's putting down. You know? There's not a lot of subduing going on when it comes to special forces. It's more permanent eliminations, you know? I mean, I guess they could subdue, but not with that many people around them, not separated from your unit. MC is the only person who spawned separately. Everyone else's gods were kind of caught flat-footed by the game. MC's gods seem to know more about the game. This is so convoluted. Like this just gets more.
It just sounds dumber.
Yeah.
Here's my thought on this.
I asked GVT, I asked Grok, I asked Metagross, and it said you're fucking stupid. Yeah, because Metagross is like a quantum supercomputer in terms of intelligence.
It is a supercomputer.
He called you fucking stupid. God. Slowly, he opened his eyes despite the agonizing pain he was in. As though his entire body was burning as part of his clothes where he had been hit, where he was burned from the attack that burned him, and his flesh was burning and searing with the marks from the attack that burned and seared him. Breathing hard as he tried to get surroundings, he looked on surroundings. He looked on his surroundings and saw the cave was not unoccupied. He noticed that it was a group of statues. Several different statues were in the cave around him and his surroundings. There was 3 of the statues in the cave of his surroundings. They were human-sized statues that had traits of human, but they weren't human statues. What is this?
What in the fuck did you just read?
The first and tallest of them was a dragon. Fierce and remorseless. It's a fucking statue! On its face with its maw open wide. The second appeared to be an avian. Ah yes, a word that Naruto definitely knows. as its feathers sticking out from behind its back. That's how you know it's a bird. It has feathers. The third was a tortoise, a keen look on his face. It's a fucking statue. There's also a fourth statue there, as it appeared next to them, but it wasn't among the 3 statues of his surroundings. But there was only a pile of rocks that had been shattered too long ago. Naruto gave them no thought as he looked on, and in a hole he'd been knocked through from the Chidori that knocked him through the wall and gave him the hole. Naruto looked on and saw that Sasuke staring at him from the hole he made of knocking him through the wall with the Chidori, with no emotion in his eyes before he then turned and started walk away, turning his back on him as he walked away from his departed. "No, Sasuke, get back here," Naruto said as he struggled to stand. "Come back here. I won't let you leave," he said as he tried to will his body and force it to go. His vision was blurry, and he fought through the pain. He held a hand to his stomach and the chest area, as it was covered in the blood as he was bleeding out. He ignored the searing pain that the Chidori scorched into his chest, as he walked to the statues. Unknown to him, as he passed the statues, his blood splattered all over the statues as he walked past the statues. "Almost there," he said, in between gasps of pain as he spat out blood from the hole of Chidori. "Just a little further." Once he was outside, he could stop Sasuke. "Come on, remember your promise that you made," he said as his vision became more and more blurry with each step. However, he pressed on. He remembered his promise that he had made.
What the fuck is going on?
Naruto fanfiction, baby. It's a classic.
You have to remember the promise you made. He stepped on. He remembered the promise he made. God, this is so awful.
I feel part of me was about to ask, how much of this is exaggerating? Because last time you said shit, it was so curt.
I'm barely exaggerating.
That's what I was afraid of.
He remembered the promise that he had made. A promise of a lifetime which he had made.
Okay, drama queen, calm the fuck down.
That was gonna keep him going no matter the cost. Naruto reached the hole, and for a moment it looked like he was gonna be able to do it. Then his body reached its limit, and his legs buckled, and his eyes rolled into his head, and he fell backwards, collapsing as he fainted from the pain. Naruto laid there on the stone ground, arms outstretched and not moving. So his arms are just in the fucking air.
He's praising the sun, totally.
No, he's like on his back. He's laying on the ground, so his arms are in the air.
Outstretched is probably to his side, but
I would hope so.
There's always the but.
The only sound that coming from him was the faint gasps of breath due to the severe hole he had received from the Chidori. If they were not tended to, he would die soon. Unknown to him, the statues that his blood spilled on were starting to show cracks in them. Small at first, but they started to multiply as their fingers and their hands started to twitch and their eyes began to glow. A crack of thunder was heard as first the dragon statue broke free, letting loose a great roar from his maw as lightning surrounded him as he towered over the cave. His green skin covered by scales as strong as diamonds that no arrow could puncture, as he wore armor made of bones. Why is he wearing armor? If his fucking scales are made of diamonds, then why is he wearing bone armor? Bro's just out here styling. A spark of flame then appeared as the Phoenix statue was revealed. Flames engulfed the statue as it was set aflame. Soon it subsided, revealing a hot woman clad in red and orange.
Oh no.
A cyclone engulfed the last statue, that of the tortoise. The wind picked up before dispersing, revealing a stout figure, clad, wearing a silver shell with fur on it. He possessed a mouth filled with teeth. Really? He possessed a mouth filled with teeth.
Now me and Sasuke look at that. Now me and Sasuke look at that sentence.
He wore a helmet made out of bronze. Strapped to his side was a gourd. The three looked on at their surroundings and saw they had been released from the stone prisons. Finally, after 10,000 years, we are free!
Ain't this just that scene from Mulan with the fucking ancestor ghosts?
I was more making fun of Power Rangers, but yeah.
Ah, true.
Damn,
also, my mind went to Samurai Jack as well. Yeah.
Sasuke be staring.
Yep. Physical.
At long last, we are free! He said as he looked like a smile was on his face. Okay. After all these years, we are finally released!
Yeah, Sneaky, I think my Sasuke is smiling in that picture.
I think he is. Finally, we can have our revenge on the accursed humans! The dragon demon! Apparently he was a demon! Then now we know! He wasn't just a dragon, he was a dragon demon. Yes, Gabu! It appears we are free! The Phoenix Demon! Because they're all demons! Apparently. But not all of us, it appears. She noted, and looked down at the fourth statue of the room. Gabu, the name of the tortoise demon, looked on, and saw the shattered pieces. Our brother, his body has been destroyed, it seems. Suza. What is that human doing here? A voice was heard, as the two looked and saw their sibling stomping towards the body of a human boy on the ground. Wretched human, begone from my sight, he said as he lifted up a foot, preparing to crush him underneath. Stop, Seiyu. Do not touch our brother. This boy. Sorry, do not touch him, brother. This boy, he may be usage.
Brother, share your oats, brother.
Brother, you must share your oats, brother. I hunger. The humans do not feed me. Please, brother, I will starve. Oh, boy. Anyway, so yeah, our king's body is destroyed, but you can sense it. The king's spirit lives on. He needs a vessel to walk among us again. So we'll grab this boy and use his body to be a vessel for the king. And you must use your feathers to heal the boy. My feathers take me a decade to grow, and you want me to use it on the boy? She said in disbelief. Her feathers were treasured. Yes! Now do it! He's gonna fucking die! If he dies, we can't use his body to contain the spirit of our king! And so she did it. Good! Now, he had no love for the boy, nor did he mean to show mercy to him. Now, we must take his body and to begin the process. We need a body to contain the spirit of the demon. You dare put our king's spirit inside the body of a human. It's the only way. With his body destroyed, he cannot return. With your powers of resurrection, you can easily seal the spirit into this child's body. Why do we need to? It was because of him we were imprisoned. We do not need him to rule us again. Oh, only our brother of only without brother are four of us invincible. What?
Did you just have a stroke?
I think the author did. You know that we need him back among us if we are to rule once more. Now we shall return to our home and begin the process. They took Naruto's body with them. Where is he? Where is he? Where is he? Kakashi entered the cave and paled as he saw blood on the ground. Next to it was the symbol of the hidden leaf. Oh no. No, Naruto, no, no. Naruto, no. He said as a singular tear fell out of his lone eye. Because he only has one eye, you see. Kakashi in 2025 has only one eye. He dropped to his knees, knowing that with this ninja headband that he had just found, the obvious answer was obvious. Naruto was dead. Yes, that's why you didn't find a body. It's because he's dead.
And you didn't investigate or do anything.
Didn't look at those weird statues that had blood all over them either. Didn't look at the fact that they were missing now. Yeah, no, just saw the ninja headband.
Didn't look at the big hole leading into a cave at all.
No, just the headband. Yep. So he returned, being really sad that Sasuke ran away and Naruto was dead. Naruto was declared killed in action, being killed by Sasuke. Everyone was shocked by this news. Shikamaru felt responsibility for this, that he nearly just killed himself on the spot out of shame to regain his honor. I wish I was fucking joking.
I'm not. I'm reading that on stream. Holy shit.
He decided to not kill himself, as he decided that living would be the least dishonorable thing to Naruto's memory. Some people were really angry about this. He blamed himself, Rock Lee, that is, would practice every day until he was bloody and raw. Gaara just prayed that the boy would have a better life. The Teuchi closed the ramen shack forever. That's right. They just closed their business. Jiraiya was devastated by this. And he just walked away and no one knew where he went. And Tsunade was ashamed of this. And she also tried to walk away from Konoha. And Sakura confronted her, crying, blaming herself for what happened. She felt like a burden. Okay, I mean, she was. It felt like it was all her fault this happened, that Naruto fought Sasuke. I mean, more or less it was. Sakura ordered Tsunade to train her so she would stop being useless. And Tsunade told her to fuck off and that she was done with shinobi stuff. And then
I always found it hilarious that if Sasuke actually thought Sakura was strong at all, Naruto would have been facing both of his teammates, because she full said, "Take me with you."
Oh, yeah, I know. And then Sakura called Tsunade a drunkard coward. And in in anger, Tsunade punched Sakura in the chest so hard it broke a tree. But not Sakura. It didn't break Sakura, just the tree that she hit.
I just come back too.
You are an ant fighting a lion. You missed me for like 10 minutes doing a vocal fry reading this story out, and it was possibly the most seizure-inducing 10 minutes ever, as the author proceeded to talk about how the Chidori, which scorched him and punched a hole in him through the wall that hurt him into the wall that hurt him because he was scorched by the Chidori that punched him.
Me and physical copy of Sasuke from the manga are judging this story and just looking at this like this.
Find you a guy that looks at you like that. So then Tsunade told Sakura to piss off because she's a weak, useless little girl. And just as Tsunade was about to walk away from the crater that she force choked slammed Sakura into, Sakura grabs her foot, which impresses Tsunade so much that she agrees to train Sakura. Blah 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 and castle. Okay, so the demons that were actually demons all along and not dragons, tortoises, and phoenixes, they were actually demons that represented those creatures. They took they were known as the legendary demon siblings. They once had a globe-spanning empire.
Oh, wait. Turtle, dragon, phoenix, let me guess, tiger. This is the fucking Byaku, Suzaku, Genpu.
Yes.
So,
Blah, 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 blah. They put the Demon King's soul inside of Naruto. Blah, 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 blah. Blah, blah. 3 years we have waited. This is a failure. Wait, and perhaps more time is needed. Wait. So they waited for 3 years as Naruto sat on a ritual altar? Okay. More time is needed. The boy's body is changing to adjust to his power. Blah, blah, resurrection. My resurrection is complete and I am now back. Said Naruto's body. Our king, King Byakuo. Yeah, it's the white tiger. Naruto looked at them, coldness in his eyes. For 300 years I was sealed away. Now, finally, I am unleashed, and there's no meddling Power Rangers to get in my way. Blah, blah, no use for your pathetic sniveling. Brother, are you truly back? Yes, I have returned. It is now time I reclaim my throne. Clothes manifested onto his body, and I'm now going to describe an incredibly intricate outfit that no one's going to give a shit as they're all going to forget about it instantly. My siblings, we once ruled this land, and now we're going to do it again, and we're going to kill lots of people because we're evil. And And then all of the demons of myth started appearing because he was the demon king and calling them forth. And then he's going to go lead a war on all of humanity. Wow. Riveting. Anyway, you gotta come back on Friday because